Oh, yeah. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Prime. Holy crud. I got my little Bucks white hat on today, celebrating them making the playoffs, getting the 3 seed, facing off against Chicago. I think on Sunday. I think is their first game. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. We're here to type a little bit responsibly here, talk about the channel, celebrate 14 years. So, my channel has a few notable dates in its history. When you go look at my channel, and I'll show you guys right now. No point in me not showing you guys, right? It's that time. It's that time. You know what I didn't set up though? I didn't set this up, so I need to change that Freaky Friday because it's definitely not Friday. Everybody, is it? No, it's not. It's Monday Fun Day, aka happy birthday to the channel. But the channel's got some weird anniversaries. Okay? This isn't like your normal anniversary, or maybe it is the normal anniversary. You tell me. So, when I go to my channel, right? Here's my channel. We go to the About section. It's going to tell you that we joined April 8th, 2008. Now, it's not untrue that is when I signed up for an account on YouTube. I signed up on April 8th. However, this was the olden days of YouTube. This was the wild, wild west. And back then, signing up for a YouTube channel wasn't as instantaneous as it is today. Today, you have a Google account or whatever. You can literally just, hey, I want a YouTube channel. It takes like 2 seconds and you have one right away. That's not how it was back then. It was a little bit of the Wild Wild West. So I had to wait for my account to get approved for 3 days. 3 days. So in waiting for the account for 3 days, we couldn't actually do anything on YouTube until the 11th of April back in 2008. So this is actually the original date that this account was active on YouTube. We could comment. We set up a channel. Now, the channel at the time was Zelda Informer. So anniversary number 1, hey, this account is officially 14 years old today in terms of when we could be active with it. Really cool, right? That's anniversary number 1. 14 years. It's insane thinking that I've been on YouTube for 14 years. Not consistently, of course, not until like the last 5 years, but 14 years. Now, that is just the anniversary of when this account became active. That's today. All right. Now we want to go by our very first ever uploaded video because we have another anniversary for this channel. That being Dawn of a New Day. Okay. Now you notice it says 13 years ago. Why does it say 13? Curious. Because this was actually uploaded July 16, 2008. So our very first piece of content ever uploaded at the channel was the fusion of Zelda Informer and Absolute Zelda. Now, I was Absolute Zelda. Zelda Informer existed before, and we kind of fused them together and created the Zelda Informer YouTube channel. And obviously, Absolute Zelda never launched because I joined and became editor-in-chief at Zelda Informer. So, this was the anniversary of the first video ever uploaded, is July 16. But that's not the only anniversary because, as you know, we are no longer Zelda Informer. This is not what we are anymore. We are not. The first video that we became Nintendo Prime on was actually February 7th of 2017. This channel turned into Nintendo Prime February 7th, 2017. So you can see my conundrum, right? We've got 3 different significant dates for the channel. First upload date, actual channel anniversary date, and then, hey, anniversary of when we became Nintendo Prime. So we got 3 dates to celebrate at this channel. It's crazy. I don't even know if we celebrated on February 7th. I was going back at my live streams. I did not see a celebration on February 7th. So we didn't celebrate becoming Nintendo Prime this year. So why not wrap everything together now? Because July, I got my own birthday in July, right? Like my actual personal birthday is in July. So we're already going to have a July celebration for my actual birthday, like when I get to turn a whole year older. So for the channel's birthday, let's just celebrate tonight because it is the 14th anniversary of the existence of this account. 14 years. Been making content since 2008. 2008. And we're not even at 100K. What's wrong with you? Well, we weren't. The YouTube channel was sort of a secondary thing until 5 years ago. So, there's just a lot to think about and reminisce and look back on, and how far the channel has come, and just in general, a lot of things to think about. And I keep being told that I need to look at that Nintendo made another purchase. Oh, they just bought land. Here, if people want to know what he's talking about, Nintendo, they bought some land. I don't know why this is news. I don't know what the big deal is. Nintendo bought land. They're building a new development center. Along with the R&D and investment of capital investment, Nintendo believes acquiring and utilizing this land will carry an important role on reinforcing research and development. So they're building basically a new headquarters for development. So their own research and development. So this is like hardware, basically. They're building a new hardware, and this is just a render of what they think the building will look like at the end. This is just the raw outside design so basically Nintendo bought some land and they're gonna build a new headquarters for research and development for hardware stuff. So I mean, cool. Doesn't really mean a whole lot. It just gives Nintendo more space. I guess you could argue they'll hire more people. But I don't know if it's that big a deal. It's not like Nintendo bought a whole new development studio and so it's gonna have a bunch more games. But it is kind of exciting that they are going to have I mean, it's kind of weird that the research and development team didn't already have its own building. It's kind of, Nintendo is very money conscious and kind of condenses everything. So, that is not a new member. That is Crazes Koth, who's just saying happy birthday using this free membership. He's been a member for 11 months. Let me see here. More development to their hardware. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's going to mean more development to their hardware than they already do. I think it's just focusing, getting the team maybe. But then do they really want the team away from the software? Because they always had the hardware and development teams in the same building because of the synergy between the software development and hardware development. Then again, the Wii U had a complete disconnect from the developers. So, you know what? I don't really know. Whatever, Nintendo bought some land, they're building a new building. I suspect they will talk about this in their next investors meeting because obviously Nintendo made an investment here. They acquired some land to build that building. And it's going to be a 12-floor steel frame building. And they plan to complete it by December of 2027. So I think the big thing to get out of this is just that, Nintendo's expanding, I guess. That's always good. Nintendo's investing their money. We should hear about this at the next investors meeting because investors obviously are going to ask, hey, why are you building a new building? What's going on? Was there a new platform coming? What was it going to be? Now is it going to come in 2027? Who the hell knows what they're going to ask? Investors ask some dumb things sometimes. So 2027 is when that comes up, and Nintendo will discuss probably their preliminary plans, although we have a long time till 2027, so that can always change. But yeah, Nintendo's investing some of that Switch money, building a new building. Thank you, Joshua Molstoller. I appreciate you using your chat to say happy birthday to the Nintendo Prime family. So what's cool about this birthday is it's really a birthday for all of us. What's really cool about channel anniversaries is it's not just about me. Like, okay, I was there at the beginning and I'll be there till the end. But it's really about all of us because the channel anniversary only matters because I'm making content and because you're watching it. So without each other, this anniversary is irrelevant, right? 14 years doesn't matter without each other. So this is like a celebration for us all. This is a happy birthday to you as much as it is a happy birthday to me and the channel. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy, you know? Did I see the Mario movie teaser trailer? Was there actually a trailer? I haven't really been online much today after I got my one video up. Mario movie teaser trailer. There is no teaser trailer. Think you're making it up, buddy. Hey, but you got me to Google search, so congratulations. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about today. That I have planned to talk about. That's just channel related. Because I feel like, hey, what's the better time to talk about channel related stuff than on an anniversary for the channel? Illumination dropped it on Twitter. I would go to Illumination's Twitter account, but if it's up, it would already be all over Twitter. If it's just a poster, like, that's not really Illumination. I think that's them. Yeah. Maybe is that the real one? I am not seeing a Mario teaser. I'm on the official Illumination Twitter right now, and I am not seeing anything. So you could tweet it at me, JPG, and maybe you got fooled, but I was on the official Illumination Twitter, and there was nothing. So, Venatus 712, let's hit you with a fresh beat. Oh, man, thank you so much, Vananda712. I do appreciate the support. Let me grab, what's here? I think that is actually a rum chata. I have a specific shot glass just for the rum chata because I don't like kind of curdles when I mix it with other stuff. Thank you so much. We are doing shots as always. Drink responsibly and everything. I don't know if this member counter is accurate. We haven't actually gotten a new member in a while, so we might have actually fallen below 161. It's one of those I don't know until I go check, and I haven't checked. Nice moves. Thank you so much, Boo 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 Boo. All right. You're addicted to Star Wars again? Help. Is it because of the Lego Star Wars game? I don't blame you if it is. Cheers, Venatus. Whew, a little bit of soap in there. I did just wash my shot glasses today, so you're letting all the soap out. So there's a few things I want to talk about with the channel. Most of this stuff just bores people, but that's why we're not. Channel update videos are, I don't know. I've never really. I've done a number of channel update videos, and they don't really do that well. So we'll just talk about it here. A few things. Hey, JT. Hey, JT Shine. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, I got the Shy Guy plushie. There's a Makar plushie back there. Got an Octorok. I got all those from, we have a local, I forget what the store's called. It's in the mall by us. Anyways, we just call it a geek store, but I can't remember the exact name of the store. And they had a bunch of them there. Now they were they were $40 each, of course, because they're officially licensed stuff, and they're gonna be a little pricey, but they are pretty cool. So I like having them. I got Link back there as well, and then I don't know if you could tell, I got Toad sitting there behind some paper towel. The paper towel is legitimately just holding Toad up. Toad does not stand on his own. But I'm glad you like him. I liked him too. That's why. And Shy Guy, he was the last one they had, and I have not seen Shy Guy back in stock since I got him. So I'm really glad I grabbed Shy Guy when I did. Not that I couldn't order it online, but who wants to wait? It was really an impulse purchase, It wasn't like I went in there planning to buy those plushes, and I saw them, and I just, oh my god, I gotta get these. Hey, we have another super chat popping off here quick. Thank you, Amal. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, buddy. He says, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga Deluxe is being scalped, and you're rewatching the series. Yeah, I do have the deluxe version. I was lucky enough to get it at Walmart. I am loving it. I'm almost done with Kirby. Well, I say almost. I got some post game stuff to do, but yeah, it's gonna be back to Star Wars after that. At least finish off the main story, and then go from there. But yeah, the game's good. The game's good. It's a good game. I mean, it's a Lego game, so it's not meant to be difficult. Like, anyone that thought that this will be some groundbreaking, difficult RPG or something, like, come on now. That's not what Lego games are. It's just, for a Lego game, there is some challenge to it, but it comes in doing the side missions and the side quests and exploring the world. There's a lot to discover. They put a lot in this game, almost more than what's in the movies. So, cheers. You beat and you're working 100%. Nice, goofball gamer. So some updates to the channel. First off, thank you guys so much for all of your support. There's times when people might not understand how grateful I am to have the YouTube channel that I do, to have the success that this YouTube channel has, because ultimately, growth is always slow, and that's fine. But you guys have really, really made this a success. Like, I show this every time, and I'm going to show it again here. Let's go back to. I'm going to go all the way back to January here. Give me a second. You have to custom it. No. All right. So we've done a lot of this channel, and when it comes to growing the channel and success and things I want to do with the channel in the future, obviously it starts by showing you guys where we are this year, and we're having a really great start to 2022. So when you look at this, we got pretty steady viewership. 200,000 views here. This was back in January. We gained 500 subscribers. Not great, but not bad. But this is a really big number here, because this is the most amount of money we've ever made in a January. There's never been this amount. This is just ad revenue, super chats, all that stuff piled together, your membership fees. So like, that's the best kickoff to a year we've ever had revenue wise, which is just insane. And that's not an insignificant amount of money. So this always gives a nice idea of how healthy the channel is doing, at least when it comes to monetary gain, not always necessarily the viewership. This is not our best January for views. And you'll see this as we go here. February, was doing all right. We went down a little bit in revenue, down in subscriber growth, down, a little bit down on all the metrics. And then you get to, March, and you're going to see our views go down again. Watch time, though, goes up a little bit. Subscribers go down, but revenue jumps way up. So you can kind of see this trend, going all the way back. You look at last March, we actually did a bit better. And then, we kind of exploded from there. You can kind of see all the months after that. And then we had a dip off after E3, and then we built back up again to October. This was October. Then we got hacked and then dropped down. And we've been kind of steadily kind of going down. You can kind of see here's October. Then we got hacked. Then November, December, January, February, March. So you can see like we're steadily going down. We're like slowly losing viewership, losing subscriber growth, but yet going up in revenue. It's really strange to see the revenue go up, but the viewership, subscriber count, and average views per video go down. Really weird. And then you can take a look at this month so far if you guys want. And you'll see we've actually lost subs on the month. We haven't actually gained any. So it's kind of a interesting look at the beginning of the year, and there's a lot of things I could take away from this. I can act like the channel peaked. We peaked last year. We're on our way down, and that's just all she wrote. And I don't like to view it in that way. YouTube is a very fickle place, and especially for a channel like mine that relies so much on news, a lot of my viewership is going to be heavily reliant on, hey, do we have some good news? And besides the one Nintendo Direct, we haven't really gotten much. There hasn't been any really good rumors. I mean, you remember last year at this point, we not only started having E3 rumors already, we also had a bunch of reports on Switch Pro starting early in the year. So last year was a bit of an anomaly because a lot of views were skyrocketing due to Switch Pro stuff and due to E3 rumors and Zelda 35th anniversary rumors. We don't have any of that this year. There is no E3. Nintendo dropped bombs at the Direct, but we don't really have a major game to report on. Like, we have Nintendo Switch Sports coming this month, but based on the viewership, I'm seeing people who did previews of it. The viewership of the previews isn't very high, which tells me interest level, at least in the online Nintendo community, might be waning a little bit on Nintendo Switch Sports. So we don't really have a major game where every little piece of news about it's going to boost us, probably until Splatoon 3. And that's not coming till sometime in the summer. Maybe some Mario Strikers news might end up hitting. I'm who really knows on that game? We haven't had that game Mario Strikers game in over a decade. So who really knows if news for that's going to slap? And obviously, if Nintendo joins Summer Game Fest or does something this summer, we'll be able to build a little bit around that. But I mean, the bottom line is the channel is kind of reached this point of stagnancy because the news is stagnant. As the news goes, the channel goes, and it really makes me think about the future. Because I want to make sure the channel is, sustainable. It's nice to see the revenue go up, but a lot of that's just due to community support. You guys have showed up, like ballers on my live streams. I'm streaming like 4 nights a week, and including the podcast stream, which doesn't make hardly anything. And then you combine that with all the rest of the streams. I mean, we're making about an average of like $55 per stream, which that makes up a huge chunk of the revenue. Like, if you do the math on that, like let's do the math on that quick. Where's my calculator here? So we're streaming 4 nights a week, making an average of 55. That's 220, and then you times that by 4 weeks, and that makes up almost half of the revenue the channel makes every month. So really, the channel is doing healthy because of you guys. Then you throw channel memberships on top, which we can go look at those right now. You guys want to see the memberships? See what I see on the back end? Here's our memberships. And then you can see we actually are down 3 members right now, but $430 a month. So a majority of our revenue is coming from the community, which is really great. It means we have a really healthy community that loves supporting what I do. And I do appreciate it. But, if I'm honest about things, that's the only reason why the revenue is what it is because we have a great community, not because I'm successfully growing the channel. Now, a lot of this isn't my fault. Obviously, we had a ton of momentum that got killed when we got hacked. That hack destroyed the channel, lost thousands of subscribers. We'd be at over 80,000 subscribers by now if we've never got hacked. We would have probably never saw such a massive dip in viewership and then have it consistently go down month over month over month if we didn't get hacked. The hacking really hurt us. Our videos don't get spread very much. I mean, if you just go look at the content and you go to like today's video, 1.3 thousand views. That's not very good. We actually lost a subscriber over today's video. Only 520 views from YouTube recommendations, which is YouTube Home and Up Next. We had 25% of the views are from our subs, 13% from subscriptions, only 9% from YouTube search, and only has a 6% click-through rate, which is not very good. But then if you go back, how many videos? Let's see. Let's go back to before we got hacked here. Back to October. All right. I forgot why that got copyright claimed. Anyways, I fixed it. So let's just say, this video obviously has more views. And what you'll notice when we go to, what is it, engagement? Gosh, where our audience? Maybe it's audience. Nope. Is it under overview? Why is it not showing me the same stats? See, I hate this about YouTube as well. It's not showing me. It's giving me completely different stats than I wanted to see. Is that under reach, maybe? Well, here's like you can see, 61% of the views came from browsing, which these are like first-time viewers. Notifications made up very little of the actual views. We got 3,400 views from impressions alone. That's people who aren't subscribed to the channel. That's a lot of views, and you'll see that on a lot of these older videos back in October and even earlier. Like let's grab a lower view one. What lower view one is there? Look at October. Look at October. There is no low view one. 9,000, 8,000, 43, 23. 8,000, 12,000, 19,000, 22, 8, 8, 15, 8. What? This is a low one? This is me saying thank you. That's 4,000, 10,000, 9, 4, 8. Like, you see how much better the channel was doing? Like, that was before we got hacked. And then we got hacked, which sucked. Good old Shiba Inu is at, I think YouTube didn't delete it. They hid it. It's a live stream anyways. So let's get out of October. And then you can kind of see we're down to 5, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6. Here's one that popped up a little bit. And then, a couple that still slap because we're talking about 35th anniversary. You start to see now we're down at 2,000. We're down at 3,000, 1,500. This is the channel trailer. I thought that would do better. It didn't. And you could just kind of consistently see that when we were going from 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, like 5 was like our low. We were averaging 8 to 10. You can already see that average going down. You have a few videos that slap, but then down to 3. We weren't getting this in October. And it just gets worse from there. As we go forward, another 30 videos. Now we're into January. And you're seeing, still 4, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1.5. Like, it just, you could just see that while we still have videos occasionally do well, most of them are not. That's not a majority of the videos. We were having a bunch of them down in the 2s and 1s and 3 range. And that's just what happens after you get hacked. Like, this is the impact of the hack. We were balling in October and then just hack city. And everything's just kind of gone downhill from there. You can see our recent videos. See, like, we had this one do okay, of course. That one ended up being fake, so not really proud of that one. But then this one, but then, still seeing 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, barely over 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. Like, you can just see how the traffic's going down. And again, that's because of the hacking. Literally 1,000% because of the hack. Like, I wasn't expecting to maintain a 10,000 view per video pace like I was in October, but the fallout after the holidays would have been closer to like 6 to 7 based on growth from prior years and what we saw fall off. Because viewership always goes down January, February, March, and April, but it doesn't go down to that. It usually levels out a couple thousand below your average from the holidays. And obviously, we didn't get to enjoy the growth of the holidays because it was taken away from us when we got hacked. And this isn't a woe is me. This is a looking at the channel in reality. The channel's stagnant. The channel's not growing. In fact, this month has negative subscribers. I mean, we're almost halfway through the month, and the month of April has negative subscriber growth. Negative. And we're almost halfway through the month. And it's not looking like it's likely to bounce back at any point this month. So I have to be considerate of, we are 14 years in. The channel is doing well revenue-wise because of community support, but not doing healthy in any other metric. Not healthy in view count, watch time, or subscriber growth, or even ad revenue. All of it's down and trending down. So I have to rethink the wheel a little bit. You know what they always say, staying stagnant, constantly doing the same thing, and expecting different results is not going to actually get you anywhere. I can't keep banging my head against the wall and hoping that the channel is magically going to start doing better. I know my MCN I work with and a few other people have told you just got to keep at the grindstone, you just got to keep at it, the channel will bounce back. Well, guys, October was 6 months ago, okay? What's it take to bounce back in the YouTube algorithm? A year? 2? 3? At some point, you got to realize that whatever you were doing, Shiba Inu ruined it. They ruined it. Straight up, Shiba Inu grabbed the heart of the Nintendo Prime channel, crushed it into a powder, and blew it out the window. And now we're left with a channel that is not going to be able to reach the viewership it once did, at least doing what we're currently doing. Which means I have to rethink what we're doing. I have a number of ideas. For what I could do moving forward. One thing is stopping the multi-story videos. As much as I like the multi-story videos, I can't put everything in the headlines. Some people will complain the headlines are clickbait because the headline will be referencing a single story in the headline, and yet a majority of the video will be about the other stories because I can't put all the stories in the headline. So there's that too, where I simplify my videos. I make them single topic, maybe 2 topics at most, and call it a day. I wouldn't be using that set for that because that set doesn't really make sense, at least in my mind, because I didn't build that set for that. So there's that, where I continue to do news, but they're just single story, and you get multiple videos a day, and we'll get into why I'm going to be doing multiple videos in a day. Because I'm doing multiple videos in a day regardless. The other thing is obviously focusing more on some more original content, which is a bit more difficult to do for me because I'm not the most creative person in the world, believe it or not, which is one reason why I do news, because I love news. I love talking about news. That's why I do the podcast. I love talking about games. But if you just kind of glance at the channel and you go down to we don't have the category up here, so let me go here and go to where is it? Well, here, I'm just gonna add the category. Whoops. Let's just, maybe I do have the category. Gaming news uploads. No, I do not. So let's customize the channel here. Let's go down here and let's add in a playlist is what I want to do. Add a section. I want to add a single playlist, and we're gonna grab Nintendo discussion. And sure, that can stay there. All right. It's just easier for me to find it this way. All right, so when I go down to the Nintendo discussion, there's a couple things I notice about some of these discussion videos. One, like this one did well 12 days ago. I figured out why Breath of the Wild 2 was delayed. Now, this was a total opinion piece, but it went over really, really well. Had a good like to dislike ratio, got a lot of views, we gained subscribers. This is one where you guys, I got a lot of positive feedback on this. It was a really long video, and you see 6.4 thousand views on it. And in that video, I gave my opinions on game reviews. The good, the bad, what they should be for, what we should be looking in reviews. Discussing why different types of people use reviews for different types of things. I tried to cover the whole spectrum. Not everyone's going to agree with my assessment of the way that people digest game reviews, and the different ways that we use game reviews, but people genuinely had a really positive vibe to this video. And even this one, it's only 3.5 thousand views a day ago, but again, it was just another random rambling video where I had something I wanted to talk about, in the case, the Ghoulie Kit controller right here, and it outperformed this. And this video that I did today took me 4 hours. Now you might go 4 hours, that's crazy. It took a lot of time to research. And then it probably wasn't exactly 4 hours of time because my editing time split up between my other job. But there's that. So this was less effort. I just sat down and rambled in front of a camera for 20 minutes about something I like. And it did really, really well. And it makes me wonder if these multi-story videos are worth it. Because you'll get news videos that do well, but it all depends on what the big story is. Like this PS5 game and Zelda remakes coming to Switch. Well, yeah, that one's going to perform well because of the topics. But a lot of these aren't going like this, blockbuster sale, 80% off. That's obviously going to draw some people in, but 2.7, 2.9, there's not like a consistent draw to my multi-story videos. So the thing is with discussion videos, though, they can also not land either. You know, games that I don't care. Well, people didn't like my opinion, so that it wasn't going to be what was see 4.7. But right or wrong, see this one was something I want to talk about. This one didn't do well. So I'm not sure if that's the way to go either. But then again, you see, 20,000 for an opinion, 7.7, 4.7, 7.1, 6. So I think that I need to make some decisions for the benefit of the channel and the benefit of the viewer. Because I'm obviously when I make content like this, I'm not making content that the viewer cares about, right? When I'm making a standard multi-story video, some of you guys love it. But the bottom line is the audience reception's not consistently there. When it is there, it's because they came for the one big story in the headline. And that video would have did just as well if that video was only about that big story. All the other stories surrounding that big story don't really matter. In fact, people sometimes complain that, oh, the real story wasn't until 8 minutes into the video. Okay, yeah, but I had timestamps. Nobody cared. The people that came for that story, and they don't care about all the other crap around it. So I think I am going to go back to what I used to do years ago. And that is make single topic videos for news. Or dual topic if there's like a couple related topics maybe. One, it lets me get the news out faster. I mean, that's one benefit. Like, it's not gonna take me 4 hours to get one topic out, right? Like, it does. It's just reality is it's not gonna take me as long to make a video if it's only one topic because I don't have to do extra research. I don't have to dig into sources. I don't have to verify it at multiple outlets. I can literally it's one topic. Okay, it's a lot easier to do that, and then maybe focus on coming up with a giant list like I used to have back in the day of discussion topics I can get into. And then obviously I need to consider discussion topics that the audience is interested in. And that's obviously part where you guys come in and you guys tell me what sort of topics you think would be popular to talk about at the channel. What sorts of opinions would you like to hear long rambling videos on from me? Because that's basically what all these videos are. They're just long rambling videos. Some people like them, some people don't. But so I'm thinking of maybe doing that. And in that spirit, I'm going to be producing more content. And I am pleased to announce that I am, from this point, at least through the end of summer, going to be a 3/4 time YouTuber. So basically, I have more time to do YouTube. So I am going to do it. Now, why that's the case is a complicated story. But really all you need to know is my hours have been cut back at my other job. Now, I actually attempted to replace the hours at my other job with another paying gig. You guys might have heard IGN is hiring. I applied at IGN. I did this on live stream last time. I actually talked about how IGN is actually not as bad of a gig as people were making it out to be. And how I could actually make, a ton of money doing it. And I even wrote a story live and it took like 3 minutes. It was super easy. I submitted a resume to them, gave them a bunch of examples at work. And bottom line is, I was not hired by IGN. I did talk to the hiring person a few times. I didn't complain about it, ePrimify. I didn't complain. I defended IGN. But I applied and I was denied. And I kind of understand why. If you look up Nintendo Prime IGN, you're going to see things like me covering the Philip Mewson stuff, which I'm sure they don't want people that were doing that. You could see times that I've blasted IGN in the past. So, the chances of them bringing someone on board who has called them out in the past was always pretty low. When basic Google searches can show you that I have a history over a number of years of calling out outlets like Kotaku and IGN. The chances of outlets like that considering someone like me, even if I'm really good at what they're hiring for, could do it super quick and make lots of money. Bottom line is, that's part of being a YouTuber, and part of me covering the things I want to cover and calling out things I want to call out is it does affect your ability to get jobs in the industry. That's the bottom line. I would never expect Kotaku, IGN, GameSpot, Game Informer, or like a half dozen other outlets to ever consider hiring me for that reason alone. Okay? It's just the reality of the world. I have put myself fully ingrained in this YouTube content creator world and been not afraid to potentially risk future jobs to do it. So because of that, there was no way in hell I was going to get hired by IGN. It just wasn't going to happen. So it sucks because I would have been really good at it, and it would have been, nice extra income. But the bottom line is I obviously had a decision to make then after getting denied by them. And that was whether or not I was going to take that extra time and put it into another job, or if I should quit the job I have with my hours cut back and just go full time somewhere else, right? That's always an option. But there's always a conundrum with that option because where I work currently lets me work from home, which is what enables me to do YouTube in the first place. And if I have to get a job somewhere else, then I can't really do YouTube. So then you look at, I just showed you guys the revenue. You look at what, $1,500 to $2,000 a month. What is that worth in comparison to what I would work somewhere else while I'm still also technically part-time at this other place? Does YouTube supplement that income enough to make up for the loss? And reality is, at the current rate, it kind of does. So I've decided that I'm going to take, that extra time I have per week, and I'm going to put it into YouTube. So you're going to get more content, more frequently, more discussion videos, single topic stories. The podcast should start to become a bit more regular on the actual Nintendo Rhyme podcast channel. I know I'm 3 episodes behind on the audio version. That should be all caught up tomorrow. That's one of my focuses tomorrow is to get the podcast all caught up on the other platforms. But yeah, we'll see if it works out for me. I don't know if putting the extra time into YouTube is a smart decision or not. I committed to it through summer after talking to my fiance. She agrees. She honestly wants me to do YouTube full time. She wants this to be my job because she knows I enjoy it. It's just, we have a family. So I have to, as the breadwinner, I mean, she works full time too, but I just happen to be the breadwinner between us. I have to make decisions that obviously aren't going to hurt my children and stuff. So this decision doesn't hurt anybody right now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if this new direction for the channel, which I'm hoping doesn't feel new, just feels more on point. If that makes sense. Yeah. Am I making sense? Hopefully I'm making sense. I have no idea. Maybe I sound like a crazy kook. Well, IGN would be, yeah, I said I applied for IGN. I talked to the hiring officer. It's not going to happen. I have too much of a history of calling outlets out. And it's dumb because they deserve to be called out for this, at least in my opinion, the things they did. Hiring Philip Mewson, letting him get away with plagiarism even before, they deserve to be called out for that. It also probably soured their willingness to hire YouTubers. There's that too. Probably afraid I'm going to just straight up plagiarize when I'm making news articles, which is the dumbest thing to plagiarize on. But it's news is news. We talked about this. News is news. The news is the news. You can't really plagiarize news. News is the news. As long as you're properly sourcing and citing, news is the news. But got off that sweatshirt. You need song requests on YouTube. You can request Nintendo music, not Pokemon, but you can request. But that's for super chats. We've had that for a long time where people can request music. They just forget to. Yeah, Philip Mewson. So bottom line is a lot of these outlets will never hire me. I've basically been blackballed by the journalism industry, at least in terms of that. Not saying I couldn't ever work at like a Nintendo Life. I have friends that work at Nintendo Life, so I could probably get it in there if they were ever hiring a writer. I don't really want to work for a video. I'd rather do my own YouTube channel. But it's whatever. IGN handled Philip as well as they could. I'm going to say this. I disagree that they handled Philip as well as they could. They handled the aftermath of him getting called out as well as they could. But he was plagiarizing on their website for months, and none of their copy editors realized it. That's a problem. If the people that approve of your stuff going live can't tell that you're plagiarizing, that's a fundamental problem with IGN. I mean, he was copy pasting word for word. You could Google search entire paragraphs of some of the stuff he wrote at IGN, and it would appear on other websites. So, like, really wasn't difficult to find out that he was plagiarizing. But if an IGN only finds out when the general public finds out, then it feels like IGN's not doing their job correctly. I'm sure they've revamped things behind the scenes since then, and have implemented new plagiarism stuff. There's actually entire applications out there you can buy that can run your articles and your news through an internet search, and can find out if you're plagiarizing or not. I know this because I used to be editor-in-chief, and I used to use these programs. You would pay for them, a subscription fee, but it was well worth it. I actually at Zelda Informer had to fire 2 people. These are volunteer staff. I had to fire volunteer writers because they copied their entire article from somewhere else and claimed it was theirs. I discovered that. So, like, if IGN can't, it speaks to they just didn't have any. They just didn't have anything in place to catch plagiarism, basically. And I get that you don't want to assume any of your writers are plagiarizing, but that's just a journalistic integrity thing. Like, that's what copy editors are for, not just to check your grammar and fact check your pieces, but also to find out, hey, did this fucker even write it? You know, that's kind of part of your job. And again, this isn't me trying to say that IGN's a piece of shit. I've had friendly conversations with multiple people at IGN. All of them have been super friendly to me. I've never had anything but a positive interaction when I talk to an IGN employee, and that includes Kat, who I was talking to about the position. Nothing but a friendly conversation. It was just very obvious, without her specifically pointing to examples, that IGN will not consider hiring me because of... Although, I would say it would actually be a... I'm not saying this because I want the position, but I'm saying this, it would actually probably look good for IGN to hire somebody who is critical of them, because what better way to improve the reputation of your website than someone who is critical of you trying to improve the website from the inside, right? But, oh well. Did you not work under a 2 strikes policy? You mean when I was editor-in-chief and I fired 2 people for plagiarism? 1, they were volunteers, so it wasn't like I was costing them money. 2, plagiarism in journalism doesn't have a 2-strike policy. You plagiarize an entire article, get the fuck out. That is the cardinal sin that destroys the reputation of your entire website. And those articles have still to this day never gone live because they were copy-pasted from a different website. Like, plagiarism in journalism has no place. You cannot plagiarize and keep your job. There is no 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike, you're out. No, it's 1. You're done. That's the cardinal sin. The unforgivable sin in journalism is to copy-paste other people's work. Can't do that. Can't do that. Yeah, you get thrown out of college for that shit. You cannot do that. It is not like there are some things you can give warnings on. Things like you didn't properly source. You quoted someone and misspelled their name. Like, okay, those are little grammar mistakes. But there's other things that they can make mistakes in, like covering the same story as somebody else. Without going through the proper steps to realize you shouldn't have been covering that story. Maybe certain ways you worded things were worded in a sort of a jaded way towards the people that are paying you. Obviously, that could get warnings. But you plagiarize. Get the fuck out. You're done. You're done. I mean, you can be warned even for like how you act on social media. Like, let's say IGN hired me and I made a video on YouTube. They could come to me and be like, hey, great video, but like, if you want to keep working for us, you can't be saying, you can't be talking negatively about our fellow journalists. And then I would have to make a decision. Hey, do I really want to keep working there and then just avoid the topic of game journalists, or do I say screw it and just go YouTube and just make whatever content I want? Like, do I want to? It's not censoring. It's just not making content like that, at least as long as I work there. So like those are like things that you get warnings for and make decisions on. Plagiarism is not. Plagiarism is get out. You're done. You're out of here. And I say that as someone who is editor-in-chief with volunteer writers at a Zelda fan site. Like, plagiarize, get the hell out. Hey, we had a couple new subscribers, by the way, during this live stream. Adam Peters, Darius Johns, and James Zuva. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel during the live stream. I really do appreciate that. We haven't had a lot of subscribers during our live streams lately, so I do appreciate it. We do have our live stream open to the public, so I know there could be people discovering us for the first time, chatting in the chat, listening in. That's one nice thing about keeping the chat public as long as I can until the spam bots come in, is it gives a chance for people who normally wouldn't interact because they don't want to hit subscribe without knowing who I am, a chance to interact and decide if they want to get in on this. Plagiarism is like the one thing. It's just there's no going back on that. Michael Gatsky, hey, if you need a new intro, I don't need a new intro. I'm good. I've got multiple intros I'm not even using right now. So, I mean, are you going to replace my intro of me jumping on screen? Although this chair has had it. Oh my god, one of my legs is rubbing on the metal right now because the padding's all rubbed off. This chair is done. I need to get a new chair for this desk. Let's see here. The kids' movies are lame and worst. Adult movies are great and best. That's a really strange statement, but hey, Natty, you enjoy what you enjoy. No one's gonna tell you what to do. Enjoy what you enjoy. Oh my god, is that like a bot? So they have a hidden comment that says, and watched Trainwreck 2015. Here, I'm just going to show the comment. What is this? And watched Trainwreck. It's fine if you like Trainwreck. It's very funny and sex. Are you like 12, 14, 15? You're either a bot or you're a kid who thinks watching adult stuff is cool. Because, when you're kids, that's what you think. All the adult stuff's cool. And here you have a bunch of adults watching things like, Sonic 2, the movie, and finding it to be awesome, because once you become a true adult, you don't really care if a movie's rated G, PG, PG-13. Good movies are good movies. It doesn't really matter who they're rated for. No, I've not gone to Sonic yet with my kids. Maybe Easter weekend, we'll see. Bama Hut! Thank you, Bama Hut. Dude, I love that beat. I love that beat, baby. Bama Hut with the $10 Australian says, I've not seen a super chat yet, so here I'm doing one. Hey, we did have a couple early on, just a couple fives. But thank you so much, Bama Hut. I do appreciate the support. Yeah, we haven't had one. That super chat's a little bit. We've only been streaming about an hour, but still. Thanks for the support as always. As I just got done saying, hey, the channel's doing okay, specifically because of community support. You guys are amazing, and so cool. And now we'll see if the channel does even better with me dedicating more time to it and changing up the way in which I do content. Now I got to find a new use for that set. I spent all that money on and all that time and all that stress. Like getting the brick wall to my house was one of the biggest pains in the ass of my life. And now I'm not going to be using that set for that. So that's all right. I'll figure it out. No one can complain about having too many sets, right? You need a woman co-host. Well, one, I'm not hiring. The problem with any co-host, I am not comfortable with a co-host on my channel if I'm not going to pay him. And I can't afford to pay him. So, you know, hot woman. Oh my God. Can we get out of there with that sexist bullshit? Like, look, we all know that people like looking at hot people, right? Like, obviously, that's why so many TV personalities and anchors and weather people, they're always good-looking men or women, right? Like, duh. We all know that sex sells. But also, have you seen this? Have you seen me? I'm not exactly, the sexiest guy around here, right? Like, I didn't build my channel that way. I'm not going to resort to that to build my channel moving forward. If there's ever anyone that's specifically good looking on the channel and that's why they work there, it's going to be me. I'm not going to hire anyone or bring on a co-host because they're hot. That's the worst reason to bring someone onto my... Like, that's not... defeats the purpose of my channel. My channel... By the way, that doesn't mean they can't be hot, but that wouldn't be why they would be on my channel. Like, if I get someone on my podcast, I'm not getting them on because they're good looking. That's not even a consideration. Come on now. No, Eric is not paid. No. Eric doesn't do anything, guys. I don't know if people realize this. Eric just comes over to my house, right? He comes over on Wednesday nights. I usually make him dinner, so he gets a free meal. He sits down, plays my Xbox for like 2 hours. Then we do the podcast for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then he sits down and plays my Xbox again for another 2-3 hours. And he goes home. He doesn't really do anything at the channel, Yeah, he does do the whole, he does host or co-host the big summer event. And there he does a little bit more. But he told me last year, and he already told me this year, he doesn't want me to pay him. I offered to pay him for it. He told me, do not pay me. Keep the money yourself. Put it back in the channel because he's already getting paid. Basically, Eric saves up like 20 plus days of paid time off, and he uses like a handful of that on our summer show. So he's technically being paid to be on the show because he took that time off to work with me. So he's actually being paid to do that anyways, because that's why he took that time off. So he views it as he's getting paid to do the show anyways, just not paid by me. That's how Eric wants to view it. Not saying it's right, but I've offered to pay him, and he said no. Now, would he love to be a full-time employee with me? Like, have me hire him to edit videos or co-host once in a while? Of course. But I ain't got $70K a year to give to him. So, that's what it would cost to hire Eric. So, you have 80,000 subs because of your sex appeal. I mean, I don't have 80,000 subs, so my sex appeal must be going... I just showed it earlier. In the month of April, we've lost subscribers. We haven't gained, so my sex appeal must be going... just going down. Seriously, you need a new intro or custom background music. I can make that happen. I want to support my favorite YouTuber, news reporter, and content creator. You want to make some custom background music I can use during my videos? I'm cool with that. I The thing is, I already get custom background music for free from because of my MCN. I have access to a bunch of free music. None of it's obviously specific to my channel. And the thing is, I'm sure you want paid work. And right now, if I'm going to pay for anything for the channel right now, it's going to be stuff I'm using for our big summer show, and already have somebody who's doing that. So I can't really justify paying you at the moment when I can already get a bunch of what I need for free. And I have intros. You don't need intros. Intros are overrated. Completely overrated. I ran intros for years, and then I've done videos without intros. And I can tell you right now, the intros do not add to the viewership. Now, you can say it adds to the professionalism. I have intros. Here, want to see them? Here. Hold on. Let me go to my file here. I got a bunch of intros. Let's see here. Let's see. We got this one. This is the. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. All right. So we got. This is our podcast intro. Used to be an intro to the actual channel, and then we have. Let's see here. Where is it? We got this one. So we got that intro. Let's see here. We got this intro, which is just pretty basic, It's old school, 2017 intro. So I've got intros. There's another intro buried somewhere. So I've got intros. I just don't use them. Don't like them. I just don't like them. And you can say, oh, it's because you don't have a good one. Now look, if I had a specific show, let's say I had, God, what was that? Like Arguing with Myself. Arguing with Myself was a show I only ever did one episode of. And if I continued that, I might want an intro for that. But for just like a quick news video, a single topic news video or discussion video, I just don't really care. The only thing I cared about having an intro for is the podcast, and I already have one. So, but I do appreciate the offer. And again, if you're looking for paid work, I'm just not looking into paid work right now. The budget's too tight. We have a big summer show going on, and I'm going on a cruise this summer, so the budget's pretty tight. We're buying a new camera. The budget's just really, really tight right now. Family Guy episode. I like the Game Boy Advance intro. We've used that intro, Bama Hut, before. The Metroid one is, if you watch our podcast afterwards on the Nintendo Prime Podcast channel, watch. This is the Nintendo Prime this is the Nintendo Prime Podcast channel list. So if I go to the podcast channel, you play. Hey! Oh, this one doesn't have the intro. I was having an audio issue with that one. Normally it has an intro, like you'll see it on this one. So I'm pretty sure. So it's our podcast intro. This episode didn't have it because I was having an audio issue, and for some reason when I got rid of the intro, it fixed the issue. It's whatever. How are the donation for the camera, by the way? Haven't had any new donations since the very first stream, Bama Hut. This is a big fat 0. Haha, hey! All right. What a way to start a podcast. Haha, hey! Take a birthday vodka shot. We only do shots for super chats, otherwise I would get too drunk. Although, hey, I did go. Okay, so my parents took the kids to see my sister who lives in a different state, to see their baby cousin, and so they were gone most of the weekend. So Yulia and I went out on Saturday night. We don't go out very. Yulia is my fiance. We don't go out very often. We're rarely without the kids. So yeah, we went out and it was fun. We had way too much to drink. Well, you know what? No, we didn't. We had the right amount to drink, actually. No hangovers the next day or anything. But both of us were buzzed, and we did karaoke. Hell yeah, man. Hell, dude, I dominated that mic. I must have sang like a dozen songs. I still have a little bit of sore throat from it because, I was belting. Damn, dude. I gotta say, I know I'm at a bar singing karaoke. Sounded pretty good. See, every time I do karaoke, I don't sound good every time I sing karaoke. But every now and then, I'm on point and in pitch. And I was on point and in pitch on Saturday. And it was awesome. I miss karaoke, man. Karaoke nights are fun. Especially when Yulia is there to enjoy it with me. Couldn't get her on the mic. I tried. But I kicked off the karaoke night and I ended the karaoke. I was the first person to sing and the last person to sing. And there was like, a dozen other people who sang too. Happy birthday, Prime, the channel. Yeah, baby. 14 years old this channel is. It's an old one. It's an oldie, but a goldie. Hey, there's a no. Bama Hut, $10. $10. Anyways, show the video from 2008. Why? It's not that great. It's just like a little. It's like a little animation. It's not like great. Here, like I can show you a video from 2008. The first video on the channel. It's literally nothing special. Whoops, it's not. Sort by. Yeah, what the heck? That is not the oldest. Oh, this isn't. I'm on the podcast channel though. Videos and then sort by oldest. Yeah, you can watch it. This is 43 seconds. It's not that big a deal. So, this was an avatar of mine and a buddy. And this was the person who owned Zelda Informer at the time. Absolute Zelda Informer. Top tier editing. And full on 4:3, baby. Dawn of a new day. Oh yeah, totally copyrighted. Yeah! Absolute Zelda Informer. Anyways. Yeah. First ever video on the channel. Just a little animation. And we didn't have another video. Well, no, I was gonna say we didn't wait 5 years to put another video up. What's up, Lily Young? Thoughts on the Breath of the Wild 2 delay? Expected. It's almost always delayed. What I didn't expect is them to give us a launch timing. Spring 2023's launch timing. I did not expect that. I expected just 2023. So that, that means it wasn't a significant delay to me, because I bet you it was supposed to be a holiday game. So it's not a huge delay, so it's probably going well. You were hoping to see me on camera. There is some of me on camera. Hold on. Here, let's find an on-camera one. Let's find an on-camera one from a long time ago. 12 years ago. Here's a little, all the bosses and Spirit Tracks. The final boss, look at that, 199K. Ballin' back then, 290. Ballin'. And those Spirit Track boss videos did really good. That one's not me. It's another person who worked for us. Hero Time music. This music's bumping. Here we go. And this is videocast number 2 because number 1 got deleted. So here we go. And look, I'm wearing a Jets hat.
Hi, this is Nate with ZeldaInformer.com, bringing to you our second video cast. Last time we talked about Zelda.
And that was with a laptop mic. This is my bedroom?
Zelda Wii, and the dungeons.
So, that was one of like the first videos I appeared on camera. Not the only, but the first. There's another one, me and Cody. There's a whole bunch of them. See my face all over. I was there from the very beginning. All over the channel. You want to go back and watch these videos, you can go right ahead. And there's the channel. Then there's the one when we became Nintendo Prime eventually somewhere. Well, not yet. We're still 10 years ago. Yeah, we've come a long way. A long way since those days. Even a long way with Nintendo Prime. Wait till I get to the... this is my old apartment. First place I lived with Yulia. Let's see here. Lots of guide content. I mean, it's going to be a ton of Zelda content because it was Zelda. Boss Man, that was me. That was a little Boss Man animation a fan made. Alright. We're getting close. We're getting close. So yeah, eventually we figured out that thumbnails are a good thing. I remember this guy. Matt. He was a good guy. Let's see here. Switch 5 years ago. Zelda Informer. Hold on. We're close. Zelda Informer podcast. Here it is. And this is when we became Nintendo Prime. These were uploaded on the same day. So here's my first ever video is Nintendo Prime. Let's watch this together and cry. I am Nathaniel Rufflejance, and you probably recognize me because I've been all over. This is so embarrassing. 7 years or so, and so embarrassing. I always say, "Hey, I'm Nathaniel Rufflejance. I am the editor-in-chief of ZeldaInformer.com." For 1 second, 1 second. Why is the camera down here and pointed up like this? Why is it looking underneath to the double chin? Like, why? Why is it doing that? Why? Like, come on. Come on, Nate. Why? I know why. It was a webcam sitting on my computer that I couldn't raise up because I didn't have a tripod back then. Didn't know anything. Like, I made videos, but all of them were always, like, sitting down at a chair. And like, oh, I got a green screen that's keyed like shit because I don't have good lights. Let's just I am. Not even care that my hair is sticking up in the back or that I have this front cut in the front of my head that looks like an idiot. Technically, until April 30th. By the way, thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah, Rocky. On from Zelda Informer after we'll get the Dr. McGillicuddies out for you. Apparently, I'm allowed to take this channel with me. If you didn't know, Zelda Informer is owned by the person who created, founded, owns, and operates ZeldaDungeon.net. An excellent website for all your Zelda walkthrough possible needs. It also has pretty in-depth Look at me trying to be nice. Might not be I was not happy. ZeldaWiki.org, but it's getting there, and it does things a little differently. But I'm not really here to pub up them too much. They're doing very well for themselves. They know what Look at doing. Me. What are you talking about? Job Nate, running a walkthrough. Nate, I'm a minute in and I've heard nothing. What are you doing, Nate? Be better. Website. I still have this shirt. And he owns and operates Zelda Informer, and they're going to be going in a different direction. So, hey, where does that lead? Some things never change. We got Under Armour. We got Under Armour. What's funny is this is like the only Under Armour shirt I own besides that blue one. You guys. I mean, Zelda Dungeon has a YouTube channel with 100,000 plus subscribers. Is he really going to put in the effort to keep Zelda Informer's YouTube page and Zelda Dungeon's YouTube page? This is Nate, the Wii U version. No. The fact that I'm here talking to you means no, he's not. However, there is good news for all you subscribers out there because I am not going anywhere on this channel. Hey, good news! We're no longer Zelda Informer, and I'm not going anywhere. As of today, as of the posting of this video, I now own and operate the Zelda Informer YouTube channel. However, it's not going to be called the Zelda Informer YouTube channel because I don't own Zelda Informer. So it feels wrong to use
their branding on this channel.
What am I checking,
now,
Nintendo
I
Academy?
Multitude of directions for this. Maybe
I'm
I
checking.
Just
What's
keep
up?
It a Zelda channel and do just more Zelda.
Sent you a voicemail. Oh, hold on. We have a special message from Mike, Nintendo Academy.
Hey, Nintendo Academy to Nintendo Prime. I just want to go ahead and tell you happy anniversary. Is it 15, 16 years? Guess what? The next 16
14
years will bring you to 1 million subs. And I just want to go ahead and yeah, congrats, Nate. And here's me singing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nintendo Prime.
Feel like
happy
birthday
to you.
So you need to be coming out.
All right, happy birthday, Nintendo Prime, and Nate. Congratulations, happy anniversary, man. Love you, bro.
Thanks so much, Mike. Dude, you should have been. You got to come over with karaoke sometime. That's what I hear. I hear a karaoke voice. Damn, putting me to shame. I hear a karaoke voice in there. That was Nintendo Academy. Well, that just ensured that there is a karaoke night in our future. Whew. Felt like I was getting made love to for a moment. My God.
I do run an entity called Nintendo Prime.
Don't tell Yulia.
That you can find over at NintendoPrime.net. And it's
NintendoPrime.net.
a lot like Zelda Informer, except for all of
Doesn't
Nintendo.
exist anymore.
So I've decided to transition this YouTube channel into the Nintendo Prime YouTube channel. Now, what does this mean for you? Simply put, you're going to get more content in greater variety about, well, Nintendo.
Gotta remember, it used to just be Zelda
content. There are
content.
going to be a few changes, and some of these are kind of sad. As an example, we obviously are not going to be hosting the Zelda Informer podcast anymore because we are.
All right, I've had it up. I can't watch this guy anymore. That bum doesn't know what he's doing. It's so hard for me to watch. It's so hard to watch. It's hard to watch that kind of content. Like, knowing how far I've come since those days, it's so hard to watch that content. Like, it was just not good. I had no confidence. I had a script, like, on the other side by the camera. Man, I've come a long ways. Need to make a mic version of that, Nate. I need to make a mic version. I don't know. Oh, of my original video, dude. It's bad. It's just. But I mean, so I had done a number of on-camera stuff before then, but it had never been in this format, and I don't know. It's whatever. You live and you learn. Come a long ways. You forgot about the secret, Nancy. That's all right. Going down memory lane. Thank you, Carl Lamar, for using your membership chat. I appreciate it. A channel with Nintendo in the name giving it. I almost feel like I should have never made this video. I should have just started talking about Nintendo news. Like, what was the first Nintendo news video I did after this one? Wait, that's a podcast. Sorry. Podcast. This one wasn't made by me. That's not news. It's just... When was my first piece of news? Man, the best video I did after that was playing Luigi's Mansion in Unreal Engine 4. Damn. I guess this one, looking at profile avatars. Where did I first... Unreal. I remember I'm like, man, this one did really good. This Luigi's Mansion Unreal Engine 4. Let's do Super Mario. I'm like, let's do a bunch of these Unreal Engine 4 and play videos, and then like it didn't do as well. And that was like the last one. Zelda Inquiries. Where's my first like normal news video? Hey, I remember this. We unboxed 2 Nintendo Switches. Yeah, then Breath of the Wild stream. Dude, the Breath of the Wild launch stream, I remember being so crazy. So imagine I'm a channel that's getting like 200, 180, 172 views, right? Then I do a launch stream for it, and I get 700. Then I get 840. Then on day 3, the viewership kept going up day after day after day. 700, 840, 1.5. Dude, those launch streams were the bomb back then. And I had no idea what I was doing. Just kept going. Progressing to 100% completion, which I still haven't done. All right. Here we go. This is a news video. Let's see what a Nate news video was like back in early 2017. Hey everyone, this is Nathaniel Rufflejants from Nintendo Prime, back again.
I thought it was just a still image the
discussion,
whole time.
Rant,
Thought it was a still image.
Oh
my god.
On some select information out there. In this case, some news coming out of Nintendo. Man, so there's been an issue with the left Joy-Con for some people.
It is.
There have been reports that some consumers have been unable
to
interference with a small number of left Joy-Cons.
Nice.
Moving forward, this will not.
Dude, I remember editing this video. How am I going to stick the quotes in? I was so still in writing mode from Zelda Informer days. At least I had images of the Joy-Cons apart. Man, most of the video is that image. Well, there you go. That was the extent of my editing back then. 2 images. So we had the Joy-Cons. Oh, 3. Sorry. A picture of the Joy-Cons being taken apart. And then this quote. The quote's there all the way to the end. Woo! Woo! Hey, you know what, though? Guys. Hey, let's not knock it. Let's not knock it. Look, let's not knock it. See, look. We have this image here, and then we have this, and then we have this, and that's it. This is here for the entirety of the video. But let's not knock it, okay? This 1,977 views is more views than my video got today. My better edited, bunch of stories put in, more confident, knowing what I'm doing, better audio Nate. And I got less views than the very first news video I ever did as Nintendo Prime. This is the very first news video I ever did as Nintendo Prime. And it outperformed my video today. Damn it! See? Proof. It's all about the topic. Anyways. Who's DMing me on Twitter? I already know about this. Oh, the Fox isn't in my stream. The Fox sent me a link to Nintendo's acquisition of the land, but he wasn't in my stream. He didn't know that I already got it because I think he's watching Andre's restart. Maybe it's because the web has moved on from the Switch back then. Joy-Con were hot news. I don't think the web's moved on from the Switch. What? It's your birthday in 2 days. Why am I here? Hey, happy early birthday to you, bud. That's Nintendo Prime podcast night. But yeah, that hacks still pisses me off to this day. It really does. The only reason revenue hasn't been hurt too bad, again, is because of community support. But imagine if we had the community support along with our standard viewership and, ad revenue and stuff. But, it is what it is. I do thank you guys for the support, though. I just always wish for more. It's my brother's birthday today. I love hanging out with him, but I was secretly hoping he'd go to bed before you ended stream. Why? So you could do some shots? I mean, today the Switch is very popular, but is now very much criticized on the web, while all other platforms have been more present.
Switch is the most popular outside the web. I disagree with that. Now, it depends on what parts of the web you go to. As an example, hold on. As an example, something Nintendo or Nintendo Switch related is trending on Twitter every day. Every day. If Switch was less popular online, a Nintendo or a Nintendo Switch topic would not be trending on Twitter every single day. Switch videos on YouTube still get more viewership than news videos on PS5 and Xbox. So, like, I totally disagree. The internet's moved on from it. All that's happening now is there's nothing more that needs to be said about Switch in terms of the positives, right? You're not going to see a lot of videos coming out. Oh yeah, Switch Joy-Con are amazing. The Switch screen is amazing. Oh, the concept of playing on the go is amazing. Oh, I love this. Like, everything about the Switch is known to this day. So you're not going to see as much of that positive vibe, which is going to allow that negativity to come through. The negativity feels like it's bigger today because we don't have to say as much positive. The Switch already speaks for itself. So now we just talk about the games. And the Switch games keep dominating headlines. Today, it was trending because of Nintendo Switch Sports. So, like, everything's fine. I don't think Switch is any less popular. Again, there's a clear point. I showed it on my back end. Good. Got hacked. Viewership drop. Like, that's the only thing with my channel. And you can see other Nintendo Switch YouTube channels are doing fine. Their viewership's great. So, I mean, heck, look at Nintendo Academy. Almost at 10,000 subs. I have a negative subscriber growth in April. I have lost subscribers. Meanwhile, that bastard is about to gain like 500 this month. Maybe more. Love you, man. But he's technically growing faster than I am right now. Mike's killing it over there. He's killing it. You know, he just launched a new daily show. What was that gesture, Nate? Which one? I don't know why I ask. It's not like you're on camera and I can see you do it back. I do a lot of gestures. You have to kind of... Still in my honeymoon period. Jesus. That bastard Academy. Yep. I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to use his name. You are right, but how even changing your kinds of videos will help if the problem is really the hack then? I mean, I understand trying something, but you probably have other plans. So, okay. So the reason to change is because what I was doing before isn't working as well. And it's been, 5-6 months. So at some point, you have to realize that maybe you're not going to get back into the areas of YouTube that you once were by doing the things you were doing. Like, if I want to get back in the good graces of being suggested by YouTube for news, I need to make sure that the only news videos I make are ones covering the hot topics. And if I'm trying to cover other stuff, it's actually going to hurt me in the algorithm. At least right now, because the channel isn't doing well in the algorithm. So I got to focus on things that perform well in the algorithm. And then doing the discussion videos, which is a totally different type of content, can still be about hot topics, just thoughts, opinions, hot takes on them. And that can basically everything I'm doing now will be based around what the hot topics are, rather than me focusing on what's the news I care about the most. It'll be focused more on what's the news that YouTube cares about the most. What's the topics YouTube cares about the most, and playing into the good graces of that, rather than focusing on, I got to get a video today with 5 stories, but It's just trying something different. I mean, it's not something I haven't done before, by the way. Like, it's not like it's a drastic change. I still every now and then do single topic videos. It'll just be more often. Not really generating the wave. More like becoming the water. Yes. H2O. As I'm drinking Gatorade. But hey, can't make Gatorade without H2O. Should use the Shiba Inu and have it with the Switch intro instead of the bomb for next year. Oh my god. No, it caused, dude, the Shiba Inu thing caused a mass exodus. If I even do a joke about that, I'm just gonna lose a bunch of subscribers again. Bedtime. Later, Brian C. Have a good night, buddy. And okay, you are right, Nate. Thanks for content like TikTok and YouTube Shorts. People's attention span is way shorter, so shorter videos. I didn't say the videos would be shorter. They might be. They might not always be 10 minutes. They might be. Some might be 8. Some might be 6. But what I'm gonna try to do on. I am going to be posting a bit more on TikTok, I think, as well. But those are going to be shorter videos. I got to figure out how to edit TikTok videos. I don't know jack shit about fucking TikTok. I don't know how they put together those fucking videos. I got to figure that shit out. So I can put up some quick little news bits over there. Yeah, the hacking, like I was hopeful it was only going to be like a 2-month lull, and here we are, like almost half a year later, and it's still, it sucks. It basically ruined last year, ruined the end of last year because like we had built up so much great stuff last year, and then all the momentum just sucked out. But hey, you know what? If we got there once, we can get there again. Perseverance, baby. All right. You guys got any questions? Q&A. Ask away. Ask away. We celebrate. All right. See, my voice is back a little bit. A little bit. Didn't completely blow it out on Saturday. It just was a little sore the next day. A lot sore the next day. I might have overdid it on the last song I sang. But, I was also my tipsiest at that moment. Prime Game Fest will definitely help. Yeah, Prime Game Fest will do well. I don't know if it's going to do as well as last year. It'll only do as well as last year if Nintendo announces they're part of Summer Game Fest. If Nintendo's not part of Summer Game Fest, then Prime Gaming Fest won't do as well. It could be half the viewership. I have no idea. So, got to remember that a big part of what made the E3 extravaganza get so big last year, yeah, we advertised it for a month. Yeah, we had lots of giveaways. But it's not just that. It's that we had a lot of momentum going in because we had all the E3 rumors, right? So we had all those Nintendo rumors building up to the show. And if Nintendo is not part of Summer Game Fest, not so sure we're going to get that kind of viewership. We still could average 300-400, and that would be wonderful. But remember we were hitting 8, 9, 1,000 at some points, and I don't know that we'll be able to. Now, if we pull that off without Nintendo there, fuck, did something right. I don't know how the fuck if we get 1,000+ watching us without Nintendo's presence. Hot damn! Talk about the pressure I'm going to feel from from the entertainment value that we're planning with me and Eric. My God, I hope we plan enough stuff and keep it entertaining enough, because if we can get that kind of viewership without Nintendo. When Nintendo will announce if they are part of Game Fest? I don't know. I mean, the announcement could come whenever Summer Game Fest announces the dates. Like, we don't have the dates for Summer Game Fest yet, so. What's the deal with the Twitter Switch? I had an idea for a video, but, of course, asking my audience that likes Switch to, Like asking my audience who likes Switch to come at me about it is obviously a little difficult because my audience is Nintendo fans. So my idea for a video though isn't obviously going to work. There's like barely anyone saying anything bad. Why not dabble in YouTube Shorts? So YouTube Shorts are interesting. So here's what you have to remember about shorts. Shorts are basically TikToks, right? I just got done telling you I have no idea how to make TikTok videos. So what makes you think I know how to make shorts? Like I know how to literally go on my phone and you go to YouTube here. There's on the YouTube app. On the YouTube app, you hit the plus button, and then you create short, and then there it is. You get 15 seconds to make a short. So like I know how to do that, but like how to make it good, how to make it something people want to watch. Like a lot of the YouTube shorts and the TikToks are funny, entertaining things. And I'm just a guy talking about Nintendo news. You know, like, how do I make that entertaining in 15 seconds? Like, how do I do that? How do I pull that off? Right? Like, I don't even know how to do TikToks right. And YouTube shorts are like the same thing. So, like, if I don't know how to do TikToks, how the fuck am I going to do shorts? Like, it's not that I can't be a funny guy or have some funny ideas. I don't know how to edit that crap together. It's like a whole foreign world to me that I probably should learn that skill set because it probably would be invaluable, but I don't know it. Would you watch a Mario vs. Sonic movie in 2024? I mean, if it's good. So you know who hacked your channel? And my question is, why would somebody hack your channel? And what would they gain from it? I now know what you lost. They gain people, like it was a crypto stream. So anyone who falls for the stream and clicks on their links and money, they gain money. That's what they gain. They scam people. It was a scam stream. So they gain money from anyone who buys into it. That's what they're trying to do. Trying to scam people. Do a speed run of your daily news as fast as possible. Yeah, but it's just me. It would just be like, oh my gosh, did you guys hear they dropped a new Metroid Dread update? Oh man, boss rush mode. Peace. Like, I don't know how to edit that and make that like worth watching, right? Like, it's just not a type of content I am familiar with making. I obviously watch a bunch how they make that crap. I've watched some like behind the scenes or like how to make TikTok videos and like, dude, it's a whole different world than YouTube, man. Like a whole different world. You're a Shiba Inu expert. Happy birthday to the one of the best gaming news channels around. Never get tired of your content and your way of delivering. Well, thank you, Turtle. I appreciate it, man. Hyrule Gamer, mate. Here, let's go watch some shorts. I haven't watched any YouTube shorts in a while. Let's go watch some shorts, huh? So, like you said, what was this? Hyrule Gamer made some. So they get added as normal videos, okay? So they get added in. Oh wait, maybe they don't appear in your videos. I know they count as a normal video, but I'm not seeing. Did they finally separate them out? His normal videos are getting 10, 48, 50. Well, they definitely don't perform as well as his normal videos. They're not bad. Here, let's watch this release date one. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he's doing with this, like with this release date one. They finally put them in their own section. Thank you, YouTube.
Hey folks, the highly anticipated sequel to Breath of the Wild is still to come, hopefully in the near future, but when exactly will it release? Let's place some bets. Not with money or anything, we'll use rupees. What I want you to do in the comments is leave how many rupees you'd bet that the game will release by. For example, I bet 100,000 rupees that the sequel will be released in the later stages of 2022. Let's hear yours in the comments. Be sure to drop a like, follow, and check out my YouTube channel for more Zelda content.
So, this is a very basic. So he's just got Hyrule Gamer at the top, Hyrule Gamer at the bottom, not even using his logo, he uses the YouTube logo. And then he just plays the Zelda trailer. And then threw on some generic Zelda music. Yeah, that's pretty easy. That's like really easy. Nah, let's look at other shorts though. Like what other shorts are people doing? A life skill that comes in.
If you ever want to ruin a blade, do something like this. Depending on how long you spend on your knife will determine how long this blade will last. And over time, you'll have your own blade on it and it'll be way better than the factory. We just want to disperse that oil. I prefer to not use this
It's a video just
and use my own angle. But when you're first getting started, you want to use something like a marker to mark the blade or an angler. You want to lightly hold the handle and you want to press very lightly on the blade. Exact same angle every time.
When I go to hit upload, I think no. See, that's a standard video. Can I only do shorts through my phone? Like, can I literally only do shorts through my phone? Is that like a can you only do shorts through your phone? I have to edit it on my phone then. Oh no. Can't upload that video. Anyways. You can upload shorts? How does it know it's a short? Is it because it's like a setting in the video editor? So like you set your video editor to like the phone resolution and then it knows it's a short. Is that how? Is that how? Like it you do like the phone size and then it knows it's a short? Or does that not work? I have no idea how this crap works, man. And how long can they be? How long can a short be? What's the longest a short can be? Because on here they do 15 seconds. But that was a lot longer than 15 seconds. So how long can a short be? 30? Minute? Like how long is this? There's no timer. So it's not like I could tell. Dude, there's some people that do all of their TikToks on phones. I don't know how they do that.
Here's the
60 is the max. Ooh, see, that's not bad. You can get a lot done in 60. You can say a lot, and
after reviewing the play, the comment foul stands.
You can say a lot and show a lot.
Bill was on camera there. He was just.
So that's another thing. Now that I'm going to have more time to spend on the channel, I could do shorts.
Here's the original video.
What I want to know is, do shorts affect? Do shorts affect my notifications? Because before you could only have 3 total notifications in 24 hours. YouTube doesn't send notifications to subscribers for every short uploaded. Even the bells, YouTube only sends notifications to people who regularly watch shorts. Okay. So they will not. Okay. So it doesn't affect notifications of normal videos. And it's only going to send the notifications out to people who watch shorts. Okay. Well, we'll have to give that a try. We'll have to give that a try. Well, we'll have to give some shorts a try. Maybe we'll try a short a day. Maybe. I gotta figure out the editing, and then I can reuse those shorts on TikTok too, and see if I can get any traction on my TikTok. I could just put them on both. So I could do like a short. So I could do like a short version of the news and a long version of the news, or yeah, I don't know. Short version of the news and a long version. That's what I feel like. When do you think the sequel to Super Mario Odyssey will be revealed? There's not going to be a sequel. So never. Dun dun dun! Shorts have been growing. They have their own shelf on the page. Yeah, so Nintendo Academy, when Shorts first came out, I made one. There's one on my channel somewhere. Can I... If I customize channel and I go to ad section... Oh, no. Ad section. Shorts. I'm pretty sure I have a short. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. Of course, I made them on my phone, so they're 16 seconds long. But when I first made those, they appeared right along with all my videos. Like, in this upload section, they were right here. So, like, do they appear in the upload section too? I imagine they do, because they are uploads still. You just wouldn't have uploads at the top, right? You would just put, like, you know, like I'd have my featured video, then I'd have my gaming news. And I would just get rid of the upload section? Because it's going to look weird if it's like video, short. Like, see, I've done shorts. And I mean, this one did good. And I guess, you know, I could do a short on the Ghoulie kit. Doing a short on the best Switch controller might be neat. Try to, like, bang out how amazing this controller is in, you know, however many seconds. I don't know how I can get people... They don't appear in the upload. Yeah, so when I first did these, when I did these ones, they appeared in the upload section. And I did not like that. That was one thing that turned me off from doing them, is I did not like that they... I don't mind them being on the same channel. So when shorts first came out, they shared notifications, so they affected your ability to get views on your normal videos. And then they also appeared alongside, and it just looks stupid. And for a while I thought, well, maybe I need to make like a separate channel for shorts. But then you're growing an entirely different channel. So shorts are a way to look at it. Like, I know shorts don't really make a bunch of money, like, at all. They don't make ad revenue. They make money from, like, a pool from YouTube, and it's not very much. But if I can edit together a 60-second short, you know, in like a half hour, that might be worth doing just to help grow the channel and maybe get some attention from a different audience. Plus, I could double it up on TikTok. Might be worthwhile. Try to push some audience interaction. The 2 different, like, the barely any beard to the what's this that he painted on? You can have shorts. Is there a way to not? I don't want shorts in my upload section. I don't want shorts in my... Is there a setting? Because I don't want them in my upload section. I don't want... Oh, not showing the shorts feed. Well, yeah, I want it there. I don't know. It's automatic now. All right. Well, the more you know. The more you know. A bit like what the news outlets do on the air. Well, yeah, like if I talked about... But here's the thing. The problem with using it to advertise the main video, is like you can't link, I don't think, to the video. Let me look at my short that I put. I'm pretty sure that I can't like link to the bigger video. So it's like a quick click to get to it. Let me go look at one of my old shorts. I'm pretty sure that there was no way to do that. Yeah, the short is on its own, and then you can comment, you can share it. I can look at the analytics, but like there's no I mean, there is a description, but like the only way, so I guess if I tell them go look at the description, but like the only way to get to, man, it takes like 2 clicks to get to the description. People aren't gonna do that. Did I gain any subscribers from that video? I did gain a couple. Huh. Not bad for a 15-second video. Miles, I'm still not sold on the Ghoulie kit. I already have the Fusion Pro, Switch Pro, Power A Metroid Samus and Dread, and 3 sets of Joy-Cons. Holy shit! That's a lot of controllers. So I have the Fusion Pro. It's upstairs. Yulia uses it now. I have a Switch Pro controller, but mine drifts, so I don't use it. Almost all my cheaper Power A, like the Metroid, Zelda, I have a Zelda, Donkey Kong, and Mario one. All of them don't work anymore. What I like about this one is it's no compromise. You can even wake your Switch up with it. Like if I hit I think I have this synced right now. Do I have it synced? I think I have it synced. Let me hit the home button here. Boop! My Switch is on. Want to see? People telling me, oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. What do you mean it doesn't work? Oops, am I not hitting the button? Ooh. Why is that not working now? It woke my Switch up, but I can't go in on my Switch? What? Nothing's working. Oh, my Joy-Cons aren't working either. What is my Switch doing? Why are my Joy-Cons working? Or is it just frozen? Even the Joy-Cons aren't working. Connected. What the heck? Okay. What is going on? Okay. Okay, something's going on. So even when I turn the Switch on with my Joy-Cons now, I can't get in. I had to tap the screen. What is going on? This is not a controller issue, because if the Joy-Cons are doing it too. Change grip and order. Okay. Let's resync the controller. Can I just get my Joy-Cons to work? Why? Why are my Joy-Cons only... Okay. What the fuck? Why are my Joy-Cons only working when I detach them from the console? Okay, it says attached. Did the click thing. But... Wait. Hold the rear... What? Look, I can't select my controller. I can't select my Joy-Cons. But if I take them out like this... Now they're working. Now they're working. What the fuck? God dang it. Yeah. What are you doing, Switch? What are you doing? Okay, that is not a Ghoulie kit issue. That is a... I was just playing my Switch earlier today. I don't want sleep mode. God damn it. Now my Joy-Cons won't even wake my Switch up. What is going on? Okay. No, I don't want sleep mode. It's been a while since I restarted my Switch. Okay. How do I hard hard restart the Switch again. I haven't hard restarted my Switch in a long time. Thought there was a button press to get to it. Maybe I'm wrong. The minus button? No. How do you hard reset it? On the button? Hold down the power button. Okay. Power options. Restart. What the fuck? I've never had that happen. And it's only on the OLED. So my Joy-Cons working? Let's see if my Joy-Cons are working while attached. After it restarts. That is weird. I've never had my Switch do that before. Okay, Joy-Cons are working while attached. Alright, let's try connecting this. Let's connect the Ghoulie kit. Oh, sorry, we gotta... Oh, is this controller... We guess this controller's not synced now, because I restarted. Sorry, I'll resync it. Okay. Paired. Okay. All right, it's working fine. All right, let's plug this back in the dock. Let's see if my console just needed a reset. That was one thing I liked about this controller is that it come on. There we go. All right. So let's see if put it in sleep mode. All right, no signal. Now let's turn it on. Ghoulie kit, turn on. Gonna work? No, you're not gonna work, are you? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Worked fine. So you just don't hit the home button. So I usually hit the home button on my Joy-Cons, but if I don't do that and I just hit any other button, it'll attempt to connect. And then it wakes the Switch up. Alright. Well, good to know. Just don't hit the home button. Interesting. Huh. See? Huh. Alright. And just don't use the home button to wake it up. Got it. I'll put my grip back on it later here. It's a voice activated now. But anyways, yeah. So no, this as you just saw, it can wake the Switch up. I don't know why my Switch was bugging out. That was weird. But a reboot fixed it. Anyways, yeah, this can wake the Switch up. It's got all the features. Even amiibo, motion. So that's why I like it. Because it does everything. You're not missing, like, even like my favorite controller was the PowerA Fusion Pro controller, but it's missing features, you know? So like this one's not missing anything. Try it again to see if you can duplicate the problem, then let Ghoulie Kit know just in case. I don't think it was a Ghoulie Kit problem. When the Joy-Cons aren't working, unless I detach them, that's not a Ghoulie Kit problem. Like if I turn I'll turn this back on. And I have direct contact with Ghoulie Kit. See, there we go. Just gotta get yeah, you can switch up. I know it sometimes has issues starting the Switch. Oh, it's gonna do it in a second here. There it goes. So sometimes when you're starting the Switch with the Ghoulie Kit one, you gotta kind of button mash a little bit on the shoulders and the face buttons just to make it attempt to connect, because it'll come on and it'll have 3 lights on here, and then you hit the shoulder buttons, and then all of a sudden it'll do its little rolling thing and it'll turn the Switch on. So it turns the Switch on every time. It's not as smooth as a normal controller. I did tell Ghoulie Kit about that. They said it has something to do with Nintendo's patented technology on it. And they're trying to work around that technology to... If you ever wonder why other third-party controllers don't wake up the Switch, it's because there's a patent on it. But they're trying to work around that patent. That's why it's not like the same smooth experience, but it still works. They just had to do a different solution for it. But, you know, everything works fine. We'll see if it happens again, but I've never had that happen where the Joy-Con didn't work when attached. It only worked detached. That was weird. It's not Bluetooth interference. The Joy-Con also work on Bluetooth. Anyways, I love that controller, man. This controller's sweet. Sweet. I freaking love it. It feels so good. Love everything about that controller. Hey, Charles Trudell, I've been there, man, where I didn't have options. I mean, this is one of the benefits of being a YouTuber. I wouldn't have known about this controller if I wasn't a YouTuber, because they talked to me behind the scenes and kept swearing by it. And then I'm like, well, I could do a paid ad if it's good. They send it to me, and I'm like, holy shit. I've never felt a controller this good on Switch before. Now here we are. What company will Nintendo buy next? I don't know. Grezzo. Like, that's the only one I can think of right now that's a regular partner company with Nintendo that they don't own. Grezzo. It's like, you know, like Next Level Games. Company that have been working with Nintendo for over a decade. Okay, well, Grezzo fits the bill. So Grezzo, to me, would be the next company if they buy anybody. They're not out there trying to acquire Capcom and Square Enix and Sega. Just companies they already work with. Worst time for that to happen right after you were about to talk to someone that had doubts about the controller. I know it wasn't the controller issue. Yeah, that was just because like the Joy-Con weren't working. I don't know. I hadn't reset my system in a while too, so I don't know. It could. I honestly have no idea what that is. I've never had that happen. But it wasn't like this woke the Switch up. But then it wasn't doing button presses. And then I could wake the Switch with the Joy-Con, but then it wouldn't do button presses. But then when I disconnected the Joy-Con, I could do button presses, but then when I reconnect, it was so weird. That was a really weird thing to see happen on Switch. It's like the Switch is Bluetooth. No, but the Bluetooth was working. I don't know what that was. The Switch was bugging, man. Nintendo, fix your shit. That should never happen to the Joy-Con when they're attached. There should be nothing that can mess up the Joy-Con while attached to Switch. Fix your shit, Nintendo. Intelligent systems, that could be another possibility. Intelligent systems. They work with them a lot too. You had that happen with your Switch. Yeah, see, I've never had that happen, but like, you know, that's the thing. That's how like I didn't think it was the controller because the Joy-Con should have been fine and they weren't. So yeah, it wasn't a controller issue. Yeah, with the Ghoulie Kit, you gotta like, you know, button mash a little bit and then it'll start connecting. Just don't hit the home button. The home button won't do it. That's how like Nintendo's got a patented technology on waking up their system, but it still does it. Do they need to buy Game Freak if Game Freak is already making exclusive? They already own a huge chunk of Game Freak, and Game Freak works inside Nintendo's headquarters. They're never going to own the rest of Game Freak because the rest of Game Freak's owned by the Pokemon Company. So the answer to that is no. Nintendo needs to buy Platinum. Never happened. Never happened. I know Platinum Games said they were open to acquisitions. They were talking about somebody like Microsoft. The kind of games they want to make are not the kind of games Nintendo pays for. So, Nintendo's not buying Platinum. Suffice it to say. I think it's more likely Microsoft buys them than anything. And there's even some connections to suggest Microsoft will be buying them, including Phil Spencer and Hideki Kamiya being very, very friendly with each other lately. Which heavily suggests that they are going to be purchasing Platinum Games. But Microsoft isn't going to talk about any more acquisitions until Activision Blizzard's done. Once that's approved, once that gets pushed through, once the sale's complete, then you'll see Microsoft probably talking about Activision or talking about Platinum Games by the end of next year. Yeah, live service games they want to make. Again, Microsoft would be the one that's probably going to buy them, if anybody does. Does that mean Bayonetta is done? One, they don't own Bayonetta. Sega does. So let's start with that. They don't own Bayonetta. Two, I don't know. Would Microsoft let Nintendo still use Platinum Games to make Bayonetta? I would assume so. But I don't know. I don't know if Microsoft would be like, hey, but we want to have Bayonetta on our platform too. I don't know. Microsoft and Nintendo have a good working relationship, so I could see that not being a barrier. But then you could also see where Microsoft might go, but we'll just pay for Bayonetta. We'll pay for Bayonetta. We don't need Nintendo to pay for it. We'll pay for it. So, I don't know. Because, like, they're a lot more... Microsoft is a lot more willing than Sony to pay for those kind of games. You saw, like, Psychonauts 2. They paid for that to be made. Like, they're more willing to pay for the smaller budget AAA, B-tier kind of games. So, I don't know. I don't know if Bayonetta would be done. It might just go to Xbox. Like, future ones. Yeah, the original Bayonetta was on Xbox. That's what I was saying. Like, I think Microsoft would probably just be willing to fund it if they own it. If they don't own the IP, they'd have to get permission from Sega. But I don't know. Or Microsoft might be willing to let it be a dual platform thing. They might let it be on Nintendo and Xbox because sometimes they're cool with that. So I don't know. That's one of those cross the roads when they get there. Again, they haven't bought them yet. I just know they've been very friendly over like the last 6 months. So it's kind of seems to be hinting. Suddenly, the friendliness is happening right at the same time the Platinum Game says they're willing to be bought. It's kind of like they were sort of hinting, but it's like, Microsoft's not going to actually do anything. They need to make sure that Activision Blizzard thing goes through. And it sounds like it's probably going to go through. Like, people are like, oh man, there's people trying to block it. Yeah, okay. It was like 3 people out of like the 50 that get to decide. It's probably going through. But, you got to be careful because you're not going to start making more acquisitions before that one gets done because it could affect the way that some of those people that decide it look at it. And then they might go, oh, wait a second. It's not, buying them isn't a monopoly, but wait, they're also going to buy Platinum and buy this and buy that. I don't know. Might make them a little skittish. So. About the rumor, it's not a rumor. That was the CEO of the company. It's not a rumor when the CEO of Platinum Games says they want to make live service games. That's not a rumor. That's straight from the mouth of the CEO. Now, they're not saying every game is going to be live service. But they want to make live service games. All game companies want live service games. They're moneymakers, baby. Look at the Roblox. Look at the Fortnites of the world. Everybody wants that. Everyone wants a piece of that pie. Everyone would love a piece of that pie. And you're kidding yourselves if you don't think Nintendo's looking into some sort of live service game that gives them a continual revenue stream. We're all kidding ourselves if we think Nintendo's not looking into one. Now, we can confidently say Nintendo won't do that to all their IPs. At least not anytime soon. But Nintendo is not dumb. They definitely have some research and development going into live service games. They're just not going to talk about it. They see the negative reactions. There's no point talking about it until they're ready to show it. And I wish all these companies would take the same approach. Like, let's not talk about live service games until we have something to show. Because maybe showing it can lessen the blow of the negativity because the game looks good, But. Mr. Pumpkin murdered Makar. Nah, he didn't. Makar was barely standing. Makar was barely standing back there. Like, he was... It took me a long time to even get him to stand up in the first place. Oh, Makar. Nintendo does live service games, sort of. So if you want to talk about live service as just a game that's like online multiplayer continually updated, sure. You could argue Splatoon. But Splatoon has a full single player experience with full single player DLC, and they don't charge you for the things they add to the game. So it's not a traditional live service game because it's not online only, because you can play it offline, and they don't charge you season passes and microtransactions, and so like they don't really have a traditional live service game. No, they have games that have online multiplayer that's consistently updated with a full single player mode. They don't actually have a true live service game. Not even Splatoon 2 would count. Like Fortnite, literally online only. Online multiplayer only. Service game, constant season passes, constant DLC, blah, blah, blah. Now, mobile side, you could argue sort of. Like, multiplayer doesn't necessarily have to be part of a live service game, but it's the method in which the game's delivered to you. So, like, maybe Pocket Camp. I don't know. But then, like, those are considered different because, like, Fire Emblem Heroes is, like, a gacha mechanics. That's not considered a live service. So, I don't know. What's a live service game? A live service game is basically a never-ending game that required to be online because it's live, and basically has never-ending content being added to it that traditionally, while you can earn some of it for free, you get more if you buy season passes or currency to just outright buy the items. So, no competitive advantages usually, but it's all like cosmetic stuff. But yeah, people like buying it. So like Fortnite's. You can go beyond that, like the whole metaverse virtual world thing. But like Fortnite's a live service game. That's like just a prime example. It's one of the biggest ones out there. Call of Duty Warzone's a live service game. But like those are battle royales. Battle royales don't have to be the only type of live service games there are, right? So, but like any game that has live service to it but has a full-on single player mode is usually not considered a live service game. As long as you can play it offline. Now, if you can't play the single player offline, then it's debatable if it's a live service game. But I'm watching the stream on delay, but that fight you had with your Switch and your Joy-Cons could be a short... Dude. I was pissed, man. I was pissed. Like, what the fuck? I've never had... Apparently Natsu or someone else in the chat had it happen to them once, but I've never had that happen. Of course, it happened at the time that I'm trying to show off a functionality of the controller, and it wasn't even the controller's fault. The Switch just got confused in the OS and needed a reset. You know, it's pretty much the classic way to fix anything in IT. Have you tried turning it on and off again? For some reason, that just fixes 90% of problems with IT, is just turn it on and off again. Well, why did it fix it? I don't know. Cleared the cache, cleared the power modules, put it back in, and it's back to normal. I don't know. Fucking tell you. Most of the time, like I do IT, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It just fucking works. Don't complain about it. What caused it? I don't know. The program you're using is a piece of shit. Do you believe Nintendo gave up their IP rights to the Wonderful 101 and Fatal Frame? Yeah, I can believe it. They weren't big sellers for them, so I can see Nintendo not getting that much. You're already seeing the service side. It's just not good service, which is why Halo is dead. I'm not gonna say Halo's dead. Microsoft and 343. Okay, so Halo multiplayer is fun. Halo single player is good. It's a good game. The problem they had is they didn't seem to have a good content roadmap. Now, it's crazy because back in the day, Halo wasn't getting like content added to it. So it's kind of like, are we being unfair to Halo Infinite because we want it to be like a live service game, but it's not acting like one? So are we being fair? Because old school Halo wasn't fucking getting content added to it all the goddamn time. So like I'm trying to like understand, like, we want it to be like a live service game, but we punish it for not really behaving like one. Have live service games made it so that's the only way we like multiplayer games now? We have to constantly be adding content to it, or it's just not worth playing? Is that what we've gotten to? Have we gotten to the point of where if you're an online multiplayer game, you have to keep adding content or you're not any good? I don't know what the fixture S1 is. What is the fixture S1? The fixture S1. I don't know. I have no idea. It looks like that is specifically designed for the Switch Pro controller. I don't know if this would fit. Let me see. Where is I don't have my Pro controller on me, do I? I was gonna say the big thing is like it's not like it won't clip on the. See, the problem with it clipping on, well, God, I wish I had my Pro controller on me. I don't even remember where it is because it was drifting, so I haven't used it in a long time. It's probably packed away in a box. I'm just glancing around in case I see it. Because I'm worried that like the plus and minus here, like you see that plus and minus, that might be too far to the top. Because the plus and minus is further down on so that plus and minus, I would say it probably doesn't fit. I think that plus and minus is too close to the top. I think there's a good chance it might hit the plus, especially just looking at it. So I would say it probably wouldn't fit. Now this might be a different thickness too. That's what you gotta consider, the thickness of this. But again, I don't have my Pro controller with me right now to compare. If it's the same thickness, you're fine. But then you also have to consider that you have your sync buttons there. Oh, then again, once you're synced, you don't have to resync it. So I don't know. I just think that might be too tight of a tolerance at the top. But as like, I don't know. I just don't know. I was like, what the hell is that thing? I'm like, oh, I see what it is. For people who don't know what it is here, this is what he's asking about. He's asking about if this thing, where you can hold your Switch up, right here and play portably, if that fits it. And I'm going to go with probably not. Just based on the amount of overhang it has, the grip on, I think that's going to hit the plus. I could be wrong. That's it. It's one of those. Without having one on hand, I can't really test it. It might fit fine, or like if it's just barely like a hair off, you might be able to put like a piece of paper, to like if it won't clamp fully because it's like a little bit wider, you might be able to put like a piece of paper or something in there, or a folded up piece of paper. Then it still might clamp on really strong. So I don't have it to experiment. You just take the risk, send it back if you need to get a refund. So it might fit, might not. I mean, it's specifically built, for the Pro controller, so I'm not really sure. Okay. So sorry, I think I saw you ask that question in the comments on the video, and I was like, I don't really know how to answer that because one, I don't know what you're talking about, and two, if it's an accessory built for something else, I'm not really sure if I can. I don't have it. I've never actually tried out one of those kind of accessories. I might end up loving that accessory if I got it, so maybe I'm missing out. Then again, it's just more crap for me to carry. My Pro controller handles were loose. I just put some painter's tape on the glide tracks on the inside of them. Yeah, there's always like little tricks like that you could do for like loose things, or that's why I said like even if it doesn't clamp fully tight, you still might be able to get, if it's really close, you might be able to just literally a piece of tape, some paper. Sometimes it just takes something like that to make it clamp right, but I don't know. Just find out. If you're willing to take the risk, cool. I mean, it's not really much of a risk. It's Amazon. it doesn't work, you just send it back and get a refund. That's why I like Amazon, is that they're so good with their refund policy. I mean, that's really how Amazon. If we're honest, yeah, Amazon good shipping, but like sometimes you have shitty warehouses and they fuck with the products but Amazon's return policy is so fucking good. Like they're so friendly. They will almost always give you your money back without any questions, even if the item was stolen at the warehouse and they're not even going to get it back. They'll like give you your damn money back. Sometimes they'll be like, "Hey, keep the item and here's your money back." Like I've had that with Amazon customer service where they just let you keep it anyways. Dude, it's insane. Dude, their customer service when it comes to refunds, man. I think that's why Amazon built up the reputation and got as big as they are. Because not only is it fast shipping with a wide variety of products, but dude, when you have a return policy like that, that's better than any retail outlet. It's awesome. And you can get like the refund like that. It'll like right back in your bank, same fucking day. It's really awesome. Yeah, USPS. Here's the thing. All of them are pretty bad. When I got my computer, this computer was sent to me by my CyberPower PC. They sent it through not USPS. They sent it through UPS. UPS. They kicked the fucking shit out of it. Now USPS is usually okay. I guess our particular mailman and our particular, handling center here must do an okay job with the USPS. But that doesn't mean all the stops along the way are going to do a great job with USPS. But our local ones are really good at USPS. But it really, I don't think it matters if it's FedEx, UPS, or it's all about like what is your local and how good is your local people, because they're usually the ones that fuck it all up. It's almost always the local distribution centers. They're always just, you can go to different parts of the country and it's a totally different experience. It's so dumb. Did that with your router. It was hella late and they refunded me and told me if it arrived, I could just keep it. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like Amazon, their return policies are so fucking awesome. So I got so get this. I got an Alienware laptop. This is like way back in 2012. Yeah, 2012. It was gonna be my main laptop for school, and obviously using it for YouTube videos and other things. And it was a nice laptop at the time. 970M in it. I can't remember, i7 something. I don't know. It was at the time a very, very, very nice laptop, and I got it from Amazon's distribution center, right? So it was like a returned item, a refurbished item. So I got it's like getting $500 off for getting an Amazon warehouse item. Okay. So they send it to me, and the operating system's not installed. Okay, no, not a problem. I can install an operating system, not a big deal. And it has an SSD and a normal hard drive. Okay, so I wanted to install on the SSD. Well, it wasn't reading the SSD. The SSD says it's in there, like it says it comes with it, but it's not reading it. Like you go to the BIOS and it wasn't recognizing an SSD. Now, I took the back off and saw the SSD was not plugged in all the way. So I already knew what was wrong. I knew what was wrong, and I knew how to fix it. Just push it in, right? But it was missing the screw, because there was supposed to be a screw to screw down the SSD, and the screw wasn't there. So whoever serviced it didn't push the SSD in all the way. Maybe there was an operating system on the SSD. I guess I wouldn't know. It wasn't pushed in, because you would usually install on the SSD. So I literally didn't even call Amazon. I just went in their chat for a refund. And I said, hey, so the Alienware just arrived. Here's the order number, blah, 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 blah. And dude, there's no operating system installed. And I'm a computer guy. And I went in the BIOS and it's not even recognizing the SSD, or there's no SSD in the system, because you can't open the computer up. I didn't let them know I did that. So, so I took pictures, showing the BIOS, showing where it's not recognizing the SSD, showing, what happens when you hit the power button. And so I sent that evidence to them, and they said, wow, we're so sorry, sir. We should be doing a better job than that. We're going to give you a full refund, and why don't you just keep the item? This was a $1,500 laptop. $1,500. They just gave me the money back and told me to keep it. Like, from that point forward, I've never had a problem with Amazon. And obviously I knew how to fix it. And I had, I just went to my old laptop, took out a screw from the SSD that was in there, put it in there to screw that SSD in, pushed it in. Everything was good to go. They recognized it and everything was... But it was like, what the fuck? And so, sometimes I'm like, man, do I want to be that scum guy? Do I want to see how many times I can get away with that? Oh, man, let me go buy, a $4,000 camera and then tell them it doesn't work. Or be like, and the reason it doesn't work is I don't know what I'm doing. And see if they refund me and tell me to keep it. But dude, they let me keep, literally. Why wouldn't you want that back so your technicians or whatever can go in there? Let's say it needs a new SSD, right? Let's say that SSD didn't work and it needs a new one. Fine, your technicians look at it. It's only $100 part. You put it in and you call it a day and you still resell it again. But dude, I couldn't believe, most of the stuff anything 500 and under, I've had a few refunds where they're like, oh yeah, you could just keep the item because it just wasn't worth, basically it's not worth the hassle to them to have the item go to the Amazon warehouse, go through the refurbishing process, go through all the paperwork, go through multiple employees before it can be sold again. Sometimes it's just not worth the hassle to them. For a $1,500 item? That was so cool. But that laptop did eventually bite the dust. Not through their fault. After we moved here, because I was still using it, I'd probably still be using that laptop to this very day, to be clear. I probably still would have the new laptop I have over there, but we'd still be using that laptop. It kicks the shit out of anything Eric ever had. That was a top-of-the-line laptop at the time. I mean, almost top of the line. There was, the 980M GPU you could have had, but it had, the best CPU. It had, 12 gigs of RAM. It had a terabyte and a half of storage. It was sweet. But my dumbass didn't have it plugged into a power strip. And we had lightning strike the power lines inside our house and fried it. So that sucked. That was not expected. But, I guess it's karma since I didn't pay for it. I mean, I had already used it at that point for 2 years. So at least I got 2 years out of it. But it was God damn. Karma for getting a free one. But. Or the process is way too... I mean, yeah, it could be. It could just be their process on consumer electronics to the whole refurb process and the double check process and going it could just be so expensive on their end to redo it. They're just fuck this shit, dude. Just keep the item, man. Because I'm I literally said it's not I can't use it. I can install the OS on the hard drive and just call it a day. I'm not dumb. I've even told the rep I could still. I mean, the laptop will still use, but I said I paid for there to be an SSD, and it's not telling me there's any SSD. Keep in mind, I already knew there was because I opened it up, but whatever. I'm just because I'm just a normal consumer. I when I opened it up and I saw the SSD was not pushed in, and there was no screw to screw it down, I sat there and I went, look, I know I can fix this, but I shouldn't have to, right? It's not my problem that they didn't, like, they probably had it pushed in during testing, but because they didn't screw it down, it probably just came loose during shipping, right? Like, that's what's going to happen when you have any part that can slot in like that and you don't screw it down, it can come loose during shipping. So that's what I assumed happened, is it probably did work. It probably did pass refurb. No one checked to make sure they screwed it down. So because it wasn't screwed down, it popped out. Like, that's what happened. And because of some dumbass that did that, I got $1,500 back, and whatever. Like, Amazon can't afford it. Yeah, well, Alienware still makes decent laptops, but there's just a lot better. Well, I won't say better, but cheaper options. And Alienware's desktops haven't been good for a long time. Just to be clear, they always look cool. They're pieces of shit. Their laptops are still fine, though. Their laptops have never factually been bad. They're just overpriced. Like so many other electronics. Just like, if you want, 2 terabytes of storage in an M1 Ultra, Studio Mac from, like, Apple, it's going to cost you, like, $6,000. And it's like, dude, that's a little insane. Like, dude, you want to go to 8 terabytes of storage? It's going to be an extra $2,000. Like, what the fuck? Why is it so much? Why? I can add my own for cheaper. I mean, you can't because Apple locks it down, so you literally can't. But, Jesse's close. That's good. I'm glad for him. I told them, and I told him, swallow your pride. He doesn't have, like, extra money. He just doesn't have extra money. I told him he needs to swallow his pride because his community is going to want him back to normal. So I kept telling him, swallow the pride. Swallow the pride. And I'm so glad that he, between me and Daniel and the rest, that we could, and his girlfriend's been encouraging too, though, that we could really push him to swallow his pride, because he needs to get back on his feet. And heck, even for a thou, he can get something pretty decent that'll get him back up. Now, I was helping them look at laptops, and that's why I said, if you really want to be set for a while, shoot for the $1,500 budget for laptops, because once you get to $1,500, you can buy something that's going to last you years and years and years. Now, you got to be careful. You want to make sure you buy the right one that's got the good thermal solution, but you can buy one that's going to last years and years and years. At that rate, at $1,000, you'll be good for now, but like, you might see some of that aging in a couple of years. Or $1,500, you should be good for a while, anyways. 5, 6, 7 years, depending on how intense. Like, if he wants to start going, I want to start editing 8K footage. Well, okay, yeah, that's gonna be a problem, but he's not really gonna do that. What laptops are running for school then? It all depends on what you're doing in school. If you just need a laptop for typing, I mean, Chromebooks are fine. If you need more than that, like, Yulia didn't want a Chromebook, just too cramped for typing for her. So then I got her, hold on, I'll show you guys exactly what I got. I gotta look it up first, because I bought it last year. I think I got it on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double check. Pretty sure I bought it on Amazon. So I don't think I bought it locally because Amazon had it cheaper. But again, it all depends on what you need it for. Like, if you want a game, well, you ain't getting a Chromebook. But if you want a game, you're also not... Oh, I gotta go back further. Not purchased in 2022. This would have been bought in 2021, I think. Would have been before the school year started. Look at all these giveaways I bought. Jesus Christ. So I buy so many of the giveaways I do on this channel through Amazon. Like, literally, I have pages and pages and pages of shit that I gave away. Like, this is insane. This is back in 2020. Actually, I think I bought it in 2020. God, last year I did so many fucking giveaways. Even 2020. Look at that. Look at the giveaways I did in 2020. Jesus Christ. I'm insane. I don't know why I give away tens of thousands of dollars for this. I mean, I know why. I just don't. It just feels so odd, like looking back at it, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a $5,000. Why don't I have the money to buy that? Oh right, because I did $10,000, $20,000 worth of giveaways in the last year and a half. There's my Xbox Series X. Can I buy it again? Is it available right now? That'd be hilarious. Oh no, it's not. It's not okay. There's all the 3D All-Star copies I gave away. God, that was a crazy month. Oh, here it is. So I got so this it's probably cheaper now, yeah. I think I spent $1,000 on it at the time. Show you. So this is what I got Yulia. So I got her the Asus VivoBook 15 Thin and Light 15.6 with the AMD quad-core R7 3700U 8 gigs of RAM. Basically, she doesn't do anything fancy with it. She does schoolwork, so she does a lot of typing, and then she has to do things like PowerPoints. She just wanted something that was thin, wasn't super heavy, but still was fast. So there wasn't like a hitch or a hiccup. It wasn't slow, and this one was totally fine for that. Now I paid about $1,000, but again, that was back in 2020. Obviously, it's gonna go down since then. There's been new laptops and stuff, but that's what I got. So it's all dependent on what you're looking for, and that's what she uses for school, and it's perfectly fine. Oh no, I knew how much I gave. I filed my taxes, Charles. I didn't make money on YouTube last year. I lost money. I spent more than the channel took in. That includes all super chats, all membership fees, all ad revenue, all sponsorship money. I spent more than the channel brought in. So, now it wasn't all a giveaway. Some of it was equipment, but yeah. Bowser, Alienware, that's what I said. Alienware, when you buy it, you're just either buying it for the brand or because you really like the way the case looks. But it's not even that the case is all plastic. It's how it's put together on the inside that's really the problem. It's just a piece of shit. What about HP made you hate them? I don't hate HP. I haven't had much luck with HP anything over the years. Asus, I've had I still have an old school Asus laptop hanging around here somewhere that I've had for like 18 years. It still works. It's just really slow. I mean, if I slap an SSD in it, it'll probably give it a little bit of a second life. But yeah, the VivoBook, what turned me onto the VivoBook is actually because my mom had one, and I when I stayed at her house, I used it for like a few days, and I'm like, this would be a really great laptop if all I cared about was school. And that's why I got Yulia that one. Plus, obviously, I had an 18-year-old Asus laptop with the original battery that still works. Like, what the fuck? But that doesn't mean that everything's like, you still have to read your reviews, do all your research. And I'm big into computers. I help my dad. I literally helped pick out the laptop my dad uses for his work, and he's a CTO at a huge company. Not a huge company, but a pretty big company. And I helped him pick out his. He's got super expensive, like $6,000 laptop that he uses for that, and I helped him pick it out because he knows I just know more about he's a programmer, but I know more about the hardware. I know a lot about the hardware stuff because I keep up on it, and obviously he knows about the programming side. So it was like, yeah, naturally I'll go to my son who keeps up on all the hardware to know what the right pairing of hardware to get at that price range is and what he should be looking for. So I'm really good with building computers and suggesting, like, that's just a skill set I got. I'm good with building computers and good with suggesting what technology to buy and all that. I'm not always the best at repairing stuff like I used to be. I used to, like, computers I can repair, but I'm not always the best at repairing other things that aren't meant to be taken apart. Like you guys saw with the Switch OLED that I destroyed, but that's just life. Mm-hmm. You need to clean an Asus. So the Asus computer I have that's 18 years old has never been opened and never been cleaned, and it still works. No, I'm not gonna say it doesn't sound like it's a freaking jet engine now. It used to not sound that way. It's probably pretty dirty in there. Needs to be repasted. It's been 18 years of never being repasted. This fucker still runs. Must have just been a good generation of hardware. I have no idea. But I mean, that's true of like any. When you talk about laptops, so that's true of any. That's true of like any laptop. Like any general laptop or PC maintenance, people should take off like the backplate on their laptop and at least air dust it out. You know, get one of these. Here, I got one right here. You know, get one of these. You know, canned airs from Walmart or something, and just like dust it out. At least do that. If you don't want to repaste because you're not comfortable with that, fine. But at least like open up your desktop or laptop once in a while and air dust that some bitch out. These things are cheap. You can get like 3 of them for like $6. It'll really help with thermals and help with the longevity. Hey, we had another super chat. Hey, thank you so much. Taker610 says, what are the chances Nintendo is not part of Summer? I mean, I would say the chances are, at this rate, I'm just 50-50. I'm not, like, positive they're going to be part of it. You know? It's not like I know. So, it's 50-50. I think it's a coin toss. They'll either do something on their own or they'll be part of Summer Game Fest. Like, that's as 50-50 as it gets. Will Nintendo be part of Summer Game Fest? I don't know. Will they not be part of Summer Game Fest? I don't know. Flip a coin. 50-50. They either are or they aren't. That's 50-50. Literally, almost everything is 50-50. Is Nintendo going to be showing up Breath of the Wild 2 at the Game Awards? I don't know. Flip a coin. 50-50. Either will or they won't. Black and white. Let's wait and see when the Summer Game Fest schedule is announced. I'm waiting for it. I actually need to know. I have certain things happening behind the scenes with my show, Prime Gaming Fest, and some companies I'm working with. I need to know the dates for Summer Game Fest. So he said that they had things to announce in the next couple of weeks. He said that 2 weeks ago. And they've announced nothing. I'm starting to get the feeling that we're not going to know anything about Summer Game Fest until May. And man, that's really close. Like, I need to know dates. I need to know what companies are going to be there. Like, I know the companies on the website, but like the schedule, how the companies line up. Let me see. I've cleaned my Asus laptop twice since 2012. It's just getting old and even hates YouTube now. Do you have a SSD in it, at least? If you don't have like an SSD in it, that's a quick upgrade. That'll bring a lot of... It'll make your computer feel like brand new if you don't have an SSD in it. Because not all 2012 laptops had SSDs. So if it only has a mechanical drive, if you slap a 2.5-inch SSD in there, it's gonna be in like 9 days. I mean, if you can use if you can use an actual NVMe, that's great. But in fact, the ones for a 2012 are gonna be probably pretty cheap if it supports NVMe's. Yeah, Balzette, dude, if you just go buy a 2.5-inch SSD and you install it in there, move your operating system to it, it's going to feel like a completely brand new computer. SSDs are one of the biggest... CC Cleaner's a scam, anyways. SSDs are one of the biggest upgrades to a computer. If you don't have an SSD in that sumbitch, forget the processor, forget the RAM, put a fucking SSD in. It literally will make you feel like you just got a brand new computer. Not even kidding. Grab the SSD. I don't know if you probably don't know how to copy over your hard drive. I mean, you don't have to. What you can do is install a fresh copy of Windows on the SSD, make it your boot drive. Your other drive that has Windows on it will still be able to be read and accessed, and you still can get access to all your files and your programs. It just won't be your active boot drive. You'd still have all that wasted space on there from your Windows install. But bottom line is, if you run Windows off the SSD on that old computer, I'm not even shitting you. You can grab a 15-year-old laptop, put a fucking SSD in it, and it feels like a fucking brand new computer. SSDs, you have a drop-in drive reader too. Nice. Okay, yeah. So you know what you're doing. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it's an ultra cheap way to get a little bit of extra life out of your computer for a while, and it's gonna feel awesome. Like I'm glad you're comfortable and you know what you're doing, because that's always the big thing is. What'll stop people is, I've never done this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to install this. I don't know how to copy drives. And so, yeah. Do that. It's really cheap to do, and you'll get an extra year or two out of that computer, maybe even longer. Who the hell knows? For what you use it for, I'm sure it'll be totally fine. But the speed's gonna be awesome. It's the biggest upgrade you can ever do in a laptop that doesn't have it. And trust me, you can have a top tier, spec to all hell laptop. You can literally have a 3090 desktop GPU in your laptop with a 12900K desktop CPU. And it could be this big, thick, ucka-bucka-fucka, water-cooled son of a bitch. But if it doesn't have any sort of SSD, NVMe, or otherwise, it's just running off a mechanical drive, it's going to feel so slow despite all that hardware. Because the SSD is just that important for speed of use and the snappiness of everything. So, yeah, definitely do that. If you're not going to obviously, go out and buy a new laptop. That's obviously how selling my M1 to upgrade to a Mac Studio. I need to edit. Dude, Mac Studios are sick, dude. Mac Studios are so sick, Nintendo Academy. If I could afford one, I'd get one. Of course, my dumb ass wants the ucka-bucka-fucka when I really don't need the ucka-bucka-fucka. I could live with a basic one. I want more storage. I mean, I know I can use external storage, but I don't have any external storage right now, and after I set myself up with external storage. But I would like a Mac Studio, personally. Even though I gotta buy a bunch of dongles for it, I still would like a Mac Studio. For editing, it's just fucking great. Even in Premiere, even if I didn't switch over to Final Cut, which I might switch over to Final Cut if I owned a Mac Studio, because you can buy Final Cut. I don't have to pay a monthly fee. But what M.2 would you guys recommend? Well, that depends on what M.2s your computer / laptop can take. It's not like a universal, well, you can plug any of them in, but they won't necessarily work. They're different. There's Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4. Sometimes there's size compatibility things. Sometimes there's version types. There's, you gotta know what your computer can handle. Or if you're talking about PS5, and what the PS5 can handle. Gotta be Gen 4 if it's PS5. I know you work for the big... I know, Mike. You told me that you work for him, so if I ever wanted to do it, hit you up, because you can get me a nice little discount on it. Still not a discount that makes it necessarily affordable. But, I mean, everyone knows Apple products are super expensive. It's just the way it is. But, dude, the Studio... Damn, man. It's like, if the gods could just drop a $10K check on me right now, I'd buy a Studio along with my new camera and call it a day. And trust me, I've thought about doing their whole, pay every month thing. And it's like, Dude, by the time I spec it the way I want in my ucka bucka fucka mode, like, oh my god, it's gonna end up being a fucking $8,000 fucking system. It's just part of it. Can I really do that? Oh yeah, I can, because it can fucking handle, like, what is it, 16 streams of 8K footage in a single editing session at the same time. I'm sorry. I'll never probably end up making content in 8K in my entire life. And yet, yeah, I will probably not need a new computer for editing purposes for a decade plus. Unless it dies. Like, that is just insane. And, like, I have a nice desktop computer, but it can't handle it like that, because it's just the way they integrate their hardware and the way that Apple's customized. And yeah, this is going to still be better for gaming. Yeah, I mean, you can game on the studio, but it's not, you know, it definitely lacks in the gaming department. But that's not what it's for. It's a creativity station. It's not for gaming. I went to Best Buy for all the Ucka Bucka Fucka combo. That's right. That's right. Better go get that Ucka Bucka Fucka combo right now. But yeah, woo! It's the channel's birthday, everybody! Whoop, whoop! You! Actually, gotta take a quiz. Let me see how bad this quiz is. This will let me know if I have to get off. Because maybe I could do it while I'm live. Let me log in down here. Have you guys do the quiz with me? Man, you think they'll get mad if I had the general public take my quiz? I think they get mad. I think they might expel me if I had you guys do the quiz for me. But usually these quizzes aren't that bad, so I probably don't have to get off live to do this. The last quiz I did in this class was kind of a joke. So let's just make sure I go get it in. I think it's only like a 10-pointer. How many points? It's only a 7-pointer. Yeah, we can. Did the grade go up? Why is my grade not going up? That's weird. How do I get an 88%, but my grade doesn't go? Don't question it. All right, let me take the quiz. First question. I'm all here. Breastfeeding mothers secrete calcium. That's actually the very beginning of the question. So I do not think I am going to be having you guys help me with this quiz. Oh, that's all right. I'll get it. I'll get it. We'll be good. We'll be good. I think we got this. I think we got this. That is not what I wanted. Wait, what? Yeah, that's literally what it is. I'm not kidding with you. That is what it is. It's funny, it's funny, it's funny. Breastfeeding mothers secrete calcium into their milk. No shit. No shit. You don't say. You don't say. Oh, it's funny. I love it. I love it. Do they lose bone mineral? Do I get to take this twice? I never checked to see how many times I can take. If I can take this twice, I got this aced. All these questions are multiple choice, and there's only 2 answers. All right, what's the question? Okay, some of the calcium may come from their bones. All right. Well, I just hit submit. Darn. I only got one shot at it. 5 out of 7. Damn. Damn. Oh well. Whatever. It's done. Wouldn't have did it any better if I wasn't on live stream either. I would have literally just did it that quick. I would have literally just did the quiz that quick anyways. As soon as I saw how little points it was, I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and waste my whole hour and a half, 2 hours of my life working on this damn thing when it's barely worth anything. Damn it. All right. Let's see. First season's crazy cringe. It's only 6 episodes. First season of what? Managers at my work had a guys' night out that temporarily led to some people getting vasectomy. I feel like it's from like a movie. Isn't that? Did that actually happen? I feel like that's from something. A show or a movie or something. I feel like I've heard that before. But I mean, if that happened to you in real life, holy shit. Holy shit, if that happened in real life. My God. Oh, were you doing work on stream? It's done. It's already done. I got a 5 out of 7. I thought I had 2 attempts at it. The one that I wasn't sure on that I totally guessed I was wrong. And I could have did a bunch of work to figure it out, but I was like, fuck it. I probably get another time. Because I usually get 2 attempts for a quiz. I'm like, whatever. If I get it wrong the first time, then I know what the answer. Of course not. Of course, it's because there's only 2 answers for everything. There's not 2 attempts at it. Because obviously, it's an easy way to cheat and just get a free grade. Free hundo. I don't know if they did it because of a show, but the stories were funny. Being one of the only managers that didn't go. I wonder how drunk you gotta be to be like, guys, you know what's a good idea? Let's get vasectomies tonight. Yeah, let's do it. Woo! Like, not only to come up with the idea to get vasectomies, but for everyone to agree to do it. How drunk do they all have to be to come up with the idea and then everyone agrees to do? Like, at my drunkest, I probably would not say yes to a vasectomy. Not that I want any more kids. So I guess it's not really that relevant right now, but holy shit. Pre-order Nintendo Switch Sports. I don't think we've sold a single copy. I don't think people want Nintendo Switch Sports in my channel. Is there anybody here gonna get the game? I mean, basing it on people clicking on my link, who really cares? But every other game I have advertised, like every single one of them that I have advertised with my affiliate links has gotten at least 1 purchase. But I don't think I've sold a single copy of Nintendo Switch Sports. Let me double check. Sold a copy of Breath of the Wild today and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Nice. Because Best Buy has a sale right now. If you guys didn't catch my video today, Best Buy is selling Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Mario Odyssey, and Fire Emblem Three Hopes for $40 right now, and then Miitopia for $30. The sale they're running right now. Just going back through my sale. I don't think anybody has bought it from my links. We got some Breath of the Wild 2 pre-orders in. A bunch of Kirby copies sold. Bunch of Kirby. Hyrule Warriors. Yoshi was bought. A couple of Yoshis. Mario 3D World. Yeah, like I don't think anybody used my link to buy Nintendo Switch Sports. I'm not seeing a single sale for it. Even Mario Strikers was bought with my affiliate links. Metopia, you're waiting for a tax refund? Damn, yeah, I was gonna say it's $30 right now at Best Buy. It's a temporary sale. I'll get digitally because I already have the key strap. To be fair, you're right, Nintendo Academy. Nintendo Academy is probably always right. Justin Basil laughing at the cucumber snipping. You get super hyped so you forget about it. Yeah, and we have an affiliate link for it, too, for Strikers. You know what I've been noticing? I think, no, this is just idle speculation at the moment. I think the $50 Switch games are done at Walmart. There's not been multiple releases in a row that were full price and were $50. I'm starting to think that Walmart's just done now doing that promotion. And I wonder if it's because Best Buy has been getting all of Nintendo's promotion sales. So, like, Walmart's like, you're doing what? Fine. Cancel that $50 deal. And Nintendo's probably like, oh, darn. People got to pay full price everywhere at launch? Oh, darn. I vaguely remember Zelda Informer. Yeah, bought out by Zelda Dungeon. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I didn't get anything out of that buyout, by the way, even though I was the reason that it's fucking worth anything. Still sour about that. Let me sell the place for $70,000 and don't give the guy that made it worth anything. No, you as the owner only haven't fucking been around in 4 years. And last time you were around, the website was getting 200 views. No, just walk out with $70,000 and leave me out to fucking dry. Thanks for that. Leave me stuck working with our enemy and having him screw me over too. So that's just fucking great. Whatever, I'm a YouTuber now though, right? Wasn't a YouTuber then. I'm a YouTuber now! 14 years on this bitch. Used to be Zelda Informer, now we're Nintendo Prime. And started doing it a lot more often once we became Nintendo Prime. And now I'll be doing it at 3/4 time. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go, baby. Check the old bank. Let's see if I can donate a birthday shot to myself. What? Yeah, that's right. We're kind of in savings mode at the moment, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna exactly have her. Definitely don't have her there. Definitely don't have it in that. I got too many bank accounts. Now, there's a reason for all my bank accounts, but that one's not gonna have any. Shot. I mean, yeah, the thing is, I haven't done that many shots tonight. Are we still live? Oh, we're still live. It looked like it wasn't working for a second, but it could have just been. All right, so shots, baby. I guess there's one way to find out. I mean, the shot I want to do, I don't know if I can go that high. I mean, if we want to have some real fun, hasn't even been cracked yet. But you guys know how much that one costs. And I don't think I'm gonna do that. a little pricey for me. But maybe we can get up to a 20 and get some UV. Let's see if I can pull off a 20 spot quick and get some UV in me. Let's see if I got it. We have money. There's just one bank we're not touching. Because we're saving. everything in that bank. How about? Oh, I didn't check that. Never look at this thing. Hey, no, it's not. It's not. Nothing to get that excited about. I'm just like, oh, hey, wow, cool. What the hell? Oh, okay. Should be this one. Let's try that one. Hey, I got my first ever payment for the audio version of the podcast. It made $10. It made $10. Congratulations, audio version podcast. You're special. I'm a big one now. Yeah, we separate our money out into different things. Some of it's for tax purposes. Some of it's just for like, hey, like saving money for like we're saving for a camera right now. Obviously we have our cruise as well and our Prime Gaming Fest. So like we're setting aside like a majority of the money that comes in that isn't directly for bills. Basically taking money out only for like gas, which of course that hasn't been fun. Fine. Be that way. Fine. This is how we'll do it. Okay. Will this make you happy? Oh, wait. No. Let's do this right. Will this make you happy? Hold on. No. Like this. How about that? Huh? Will that make you happy, Google? Fine. We'll do it this way. You want to be difficult? Fine. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. Come on. What? You know what? I know for sure where I can get it from. Good. What? Oh, that's right. That's not the card. I might not have the card on here. I legitimately might not have the card on here. Damn it. Yulia has it too. Well, the card I had the money on to use is I don't have it, so I guess I can't donate my own shot. Oh no, I can't donate to my own shot. Dang it, I was trying to get a $20 shot in. Oh well. Yeah, I can at least do this one. And do the poor man shot. I think. I still don't work all year round due to college. There we go. I could do the poor man shot. I paid my dues time after time. Just not the shot I wanted to do. Oh well. Sorry. I got some stuff on my mind. Some good old stress. We all have stress in our lives. Right? I mean, maybe not cutting off our dicks. I know vasectomies aren't cutting off your dicks, but still. That is a really funny story I did not plan to hear tonight. Whoever thought that tonight would be the night that I would hear about some crazy drunken vasectomy story? Why is it so sticky? What the hell got on my phone? Where's my cleaner? Hey, who am I cleaning? Oh, there it is. Oh, got it. Got my cleaner. Oh. Tattoo funds account has most of my money on there. My life savings is it gets 50% of all your paychecks. Damn. By tattoo fund, you mean the I want to make Nintendo Prime a baller fund, right? I'm just kidding. I want to buy Nate a Tesla. Really, Nat, too? Thank you so much. We do need to get a second car eventually. Probably it will be a Tesla though. Probably I don't know if we'll ever own a Tesla. No, I don't even know if I really want to own a Tesla, to be honest. I don't know what this sticky stuff is. But as long as it comes off, I guess that's really all that matters. I think we're all good. Looking clean. Can fly. A little bit on the sides here, though. Let's clean up the old phone. Alright, you're coming right now. Oh, what that was that spilled? Hopefully it didn't get inside the phone. Oh, the phone's been working fine, so I don't think it got inside. It's technically waterproof, so. Oh yeah. That's what she said. You dipped into it for 125 back in February. Oh no no no! Hey man, we all have our funds and our things that we put our money into. Call it life savings, but really it's for a specific thing or specific things. At 18, I'm trying to figure out what my financial priorities are. I don't even know what's going to happen 2 months from now. 18, it's a little, I think 18 is a little tough to start thinking about, super deep in financial priorities. Unless you have your life already together. Like if you're living all right and have extra money, I mean, save everything you can. Don't make the mistake I did when I was young. I took out a bunch of credit cards and destroyed my credit rating. And then blew every penny I had until I was like, I don't know, 28. And now I've got like nothing saved up. Like, I mean, there's stuff saved up for my cruise and for Prime, but like my savings is pretty much non-existent right now. It won't always be that way, but now I'm 35 and have no savings. So like it's like, oh man, I gotta worry about buying that camera. Well, if I had savings, I could do that. Oh, I don't have to worry about if I had savings, I could do that. I don't have any savings because I screwed myself so much when I was younger. I got all these payments I'm paying all the time, plus $70,000 in student debts. Don't do that. Like, if you can afford to pay for college or can go to college just part-time on grants or something, do that. Just don't do dumb shit. Like, it's fine to enjoy your life when you're young. Like, God, enjoy some of it. But I was enjoying too much and wasted too much money. And now I'm stuck in my mid-30s, and I ain't got shit saved up. I ain't got shit in retirement anymore because I dipped into that to pay bills back in 2019. I don't have shit. But good news is I'm almost out the other side of it. Not that I'm almost done paying off student. I'm going to be paying student loans for forever. I'm almost out the other side of all my other debt. And then I'll be back to having some savings again. And hopefully, it'd be cool if this YouTube thing blew up. And then I'd be like, oh, hey, look, this YouTube thing's pulling like $100,000 a year. Finally, I could feel comfortable taking like 30, well, can't say taking 30 after taxes, taking, $15,000 a year and just sticking it in a 401k or something, investing and being smart about it and having money so I can actually retire someday and not work till I die. Because as much as I love YouTube, I'm not so sure I want to do YouTube up and like I don't even know I'll physically be capable. I mean, there might be a day I'm not physically capable of doing YouTube anymore. So, you know, because you got to edit. You're still young, Nate. I hope so. 35 don't feel so young, man. Not anymore. It doesn't feel so young. Just because I can still belt it at karaoke doesn't mean that I feel so young at 35. So just don't do what I did. I destroyed my credit and everything else. I mean, I'm not like I'm struggling. It's just, you know, I don't have any, like if I, you know, something, God forbid something happens and I can't work anymore, I don't got any way to support myself or my kids. I don't have anything saved up right now. That's going to change. It's going to change. Eventually I'll get back to saving up. And it's not like I don't have extra money. I buy games. I mean, you could argue all the money I make on YouTube, you know. Smart thing to do is stop the giveaways and slap it all in a savings account. But unfortunately, it's not really that. That's the problem because I got taxes to pay on that, and the giveaways actually help with the taxes. It's not why I do them. God, I gave away more than the channel made last year, but it'll be all right. I'm not here to complain about my financial situation. I put myself in it. Lots of mistakes I made in my 20s. Lots of them made due to depression. But buy stock in Nintendo. Not now. You would need to buy it like during those 2 years when they were losing money. That was the time to buy. That was the time to buy. Yeah, credit cards kind of screwed me over. But the thing is, if you want to get, that's not the only way, but credit cards could be a great way to build credit. So then you can get your car loans and your house loans and your mortgages and everything else. It can help you out later in life. It's just when you're young, you're always dumb. Well, not always, but I was dumb. It's like, oh, I don't have the money to get to eat today. Well, I'll just take my credit card and order some fucking Domino's. I mean, you know how stupid I was? When I was 21, I used a credit card to take cash out at an ATM to go drinking. Why? Because my friends were going out and I didn't have any money. It's like, it's just stupid shit like that. And then with my depression, I lost my job once and I lived off credit cards for like 4 months when I knew that was stupid. I should have swallowed my pride. Got evicted, even though getting evicted is never what you want. Hey, better than living off credit cards, and just sucked it up and went back to my parents for a little bit until I got back on my feet. But I didn't. I decided, nope, I'm independent. No one's going to help me. I'm going to fucking take care of myself. And $20,000 in credit card debt later. I don't have $20,000 now, but so dumb. Dumb decisions. When I was young and dumb. And thought, oh, I'll bounce back. Everything's going to be fine. I'll get these paid off. All this. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, that's a smart way to do it. Or like some people like use a credit card for gas and then wait till the end of the month so you get the bill and then just pay it off. Like they'll take the money for gas and set it aside, but use the credit card for it, and then at the end of the month they already have all the money, so you wait for the actual bill. Because if you pay it off right away, it doesn't build your credit. You need to actually get a bill, and then when you get the bill, you already got the money. Just hand it to them, and then you don't deal with any interest. It's nice. And builds your credit. But that was my credit's bouncing back. I'm not crazy, but like, you know, my credit's back up in the 640, 650 range, and I had to build it back up from really bad. From really bad. So like 650 is all right. You know, not where I want to be, but it's fine. You know, I can get loans at that. I can get credit cards again if I want it. Like I have a good enough credit rating to get stuff. But it took me 10 years to get back to this. Ugh. But that's life. Yeah, well, I was depressed for a long time, but it's, don't always make the best decisions when you're young, dumb, depressed, just trying to prove everyone wrong. There's always, in hindsight, different decisions I would have made, but you know what? Can't go back. Just gotta always move forward. Gotta always move forward. As soon as I got out of school, I tried to save money to be able to buy a house. Houses are expensive. And it's not even just that. All the things along the way, having to get new cars, car payments, cars break down. You have to, take care of that if you're someone who happens to, or if you're not in a city doing public transportation. Bills, life, it can be hard to save. And prices keep going up on things, and I don't envy the way the world is today because I know I'm dealing with it. Paycheck to paycheck nature and all. Again, not struggling. I'm fine. Literally, guys, I have money. I could just not buy that fucking can. I got money. But we're trying to make some more intelligent purchases that help with my YouTube thing while also making sure we go on this vacation while also doing that big show. And then in the end, we'll be all good. It's all a payoff in the end. I should have bit the bullet and got the right camera last year, and I didn't do it. And I'm paying for it now, when I should have paid for it last year and just did a little bit less giveaways, but it's all good. It's all good. And that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped our giveaways for a while. One, I need to, all the people that won, I still got a box of items in this back room that need to be shipped. And then I still have a handful of digital things I need to buy. So I need to wrap up all the prior giveaways anyways, and then take a break from doing the giveaways beyond our show. We got our show. God, we already have 100 plus things to give away. We have our Prime show, our Prime Gaming Fest show. That's fine. But I don't know when I'm gonna start giveaways up. It might be a while. It might be a while before I start. I might wait. I go on my cruise end of June. I might wait. We might not do giveaways again until the holidays. After our June thing, just because I'm gonna try to build up a little bit of business equity, as they say, a little bit of cash in the business bank. Even though I had to pay more taxes on that, unfortunately. But by having a little bit there, I can be much more comfortable when I start up giveaways again, that people aren't going to have to wait so damn long to get their prizes. They'd be like, I'll just order it today and it's at your house in 2 days. Have a good day. Birdman, I know your damn cookies. My kids ate them, that last batch. I literally had a bag set aside for you that said Birdman on it, and then my kids ate it. What's a Birdman? Yeah, I gotta get all those giveaways taken care of too. I was gonna do it this month. I don't know now. Has to be done before June though. I have to get all those little giveaways taken care of before June, or at least before our Prime Gaming Fest. So there's all those too. The PS5 one got taken care of. Of course, the person who won wanted a PS5, so they got their PS5. It's funny. They wanted a PS5, and the very next day, Target has one in stock. Order done. Shipped to your house. Have a good day. I guess that might be the stream. I do have to go do dishes still. Not that I want to do dishes. Who wants to come over to my house and do my dishes for me? It's really not that bad. I made pancakes, bacon, and eggs for the kids for dinner. Breakfast for dinner. And there's 7 plates that need to be cleaned. 4 of them or 3 of them doused in sticky syrup and crap. And then the pans, all the pans have to be hand washed. Because, they're not dishwashers. Well, all of it's going to end up being hand washed because the dishwasher's already full. Yep, thanks for the night, people. It's been fun, but I need to go to sleep myself. I'm a little far to do your dishes, like 16-hour carbon oil. Yeah, man, I'll fly from Tennessee to Wisconsin to wash your dishes. Just give me a few days. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, man. What kind of flight you getting on that takes 3 days to get here? What is Yulia's best dish that she had made? What do you mean? Like, best... I know what making a dish means. It means cooking, but like... You mean the best dish Yulia's cooked? That's what you mean, right? I'm assuming that's what you mean. She does not really cook. She cooks at her job, but I've never ate any of that food, so I don't know about there. She does not cook at home, though. Oh my God, when's the last time she even cooked anything? Like, I'm just trying to think of anything she's ever cooked at her house in the last 10 years. She's good. She makes better mashed potatoes than I do, and I don't know why. We use the same ingredients, but for some reason, her mashed potatoes are just better. Maybe she makes it. Maybe she's got that love, that little SpongeBob. Put a little love in it, and that's what makes them better. I have no idea, but they're just better. And then, weirdly enough, grilled cheese. Again, these are simple things. She doesn't really cook. But her grilled cheese, I don't even like grilled cheese that much. And yeah, she, it's not like I watch her make it. It's not like a hard secret. She gets out the griddle, okay, because we have a griddle. And she just butters both sides of the bread, toast one side, toast the other, slap the cheese in the middle, put them together, done, eat it. Like, it's not complicated. I've watched her do it. And yet, when I make it, it's just never as good. And the kids even know. Like, it's just not as good. I did it everything exactly the way she did, and yet somehow hers is better. And I don't know what it is. It's not like she's making a fancy grilled cheese. It's not like she's like, getting prosciutto going and all. Like, no, it's just literally like Kraft fucking Signals on 2 slices of fucking bread. Like, I don't know what it is, but she's better at it. I don't know if it's, maybe she just gets that perfect spread of the butter on there. Maybe that's it. Maybe she gets that perfect edge to edge spread where nothing gets missed. I have no idea. But whatever she does, it's amazing. But it's like, she doesn't really make anything though. Like the other day I made like this borscht thing. Never made it before. Glanced at her recipe, threw some shit together, and she fucking loved it. And like, sometimes I don't like being me. Because I'm kind of decent to good at everything. Like, I can be an excellent cook. I can be, well, I don't want to say excellent. I'm an okay singer. I'm an okay, like, I don't know, like, I just have all these talents. It kind of sucks. Because I'm also like Yulia today. She, and it could be a timing on the cookie. I don't know. She came downstairs today. When I was making my video earlier today and doing some work. And she's like, "Hey, can you come here?" And I don't know why she didn't want to come into the office. Maybe she didn't want to interrupt my workflow. Although, I mean, right now I'm kind of in the middle of getting it cleaned up because while we put the studio together, there's some things that never really got put away properly, and so it started kind of piling up in here. So, I'm kind of getting that all taken care of. But She comes down here and she stands outside the door, and I go out there and I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" She gives me a hug and she looks at me like, "I don't know how you do everything you do." I'm like, "What do you mean?" "You're so busy. all the time. I'm like, yeah. You deal with so much stress, whether it's from me or the kids or your own stuff or school, YouTube, your job, you got your own school stuff, you got, the house to take care of, and you got, this and that, and I don't feel like I'm helping as much, but like I'm also dealing with depression, and I know that makes it harder, and this and that, and like all this stuff, and you're always responsible and making sure we don't miss appointments and make sure the kids get signed up for sports and they have rides if you don't have a car and all like how do you do all this stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really think about it. I just do it because it has to be done. Like, I think she thinks I go into every day with a plan. I fly by the seat of my pants. I just do it because it has to be done. I see a thing, it's got to be done. Just fucking do it. But I mean, the downside is time. I don't have a ton of time. So like I don't get to go do fun things with the kids as often as I'd like. I still do stuff with them. We still do stuff as a family, but not, maybe not as often as we used to back when life was simpler. No, Yulia and I barely ever get time together. Then we go out on Saturday night. She doesn't even know how I found the time to do that, and I told her I don't know how I found the time to do that either, but I did. Busted my ass. 4 different homework assignments. Somehow got them done in time for us to go out. Did not expect that to happen. Like, I just don't have time, man. It's crazy. But it's stressful. Like that's what I told. I said I'm stressful. Like life is stressful. That's what I told her. Look, I know you have depression right now, and you can't handle the stress. So like I told her, I always feel like one of my jobs in being your partner is recognizing that you are not in a position right now to deal with a lot of things because of depression. I know what it's like. So because of it, I tell myself, I love you. I love my kids. Love my dog. Love this family. Love my YouTube stuff. Love this stuff. I need to make it all work. And I need to take on 90% of the responsibility until you are at a point mentally that you can help more. And I think it was just something hit her today that made her just realize, man, like she didn't really think, because she would get mad, like she'd come home and the dishes aren't done, or she'd come home and like, this there's a sock on the floor somewhere in the living room I didn't notice or whatever, and she'd like freak out about it. And I think it just kind of hit her today, like, for all the things he does, maybe I can forgive him for like, oh my god, he decided not to do the dishes tonight, he's gonna do them tomorrow. He decided, like all these little things. It's like, oh man, I need to cut him some slack. He's doing so damn much, that I know he'll get to that stuff. He'll get to it when he's got time. I mean, this stream allowed me to emphasize a lot with you. Stay strong, brother. No, I'm like, again, it's not that I hate. It's not that I hate my life or anything. I like my. It's just busy, and when the kids aren't being good, that just takes the stress levels to like 1,000,000,000. Yeah, that's what kids do. You'll have more time once the semester. I mean, yeah, this summer there'll be more time. Sorta. I mean, I'm going on a vacation, so I mean, obviously, a lot of my free time this summer is going into that vacation. But I don't think we're doing a kid vacation this year. I wanted to take them camping at the end of summer, but I'm not so sure if we're going to be doing that or not. We got to see where things are sitting financially and everything at that point, because once we get back from the cruise, I have to obviously do a big reassessing the finances for the next few months. Making sure we're going to be all good after we just dropped all the money on Prime Gaming Fest and our cruise. Yeah, I hope the cruise does as well. I hope it gives me lots of Lots of relaxation and enjoyment and fun, worry-freeness. Yulia just found out she'll still be having to do schoolwork while we're on the cruise, so that's already going to take away from some. Because she has to take 2 classes that are summer only for her degree. And of course, she's got to do it while we're on the cruise. So she doesn't really get a break from school. So that part's going to suck because she's going to be stressing out about schoolwork while we're on the cruise. But hopefully we can time it. I got to see when the assignments will be due. Hopefully they won't be due till the week. I think they'll do the weekend. We don't really want to wait for the weekend, so I don't know. Because now I got to buy, because I wasn't planning to really get a decent internet package. Well, now she's got to do, a Zoom call. She has to do it. So now we have to get the nicer internet package so she can actually be in the call with her teacher. So now I got to come up with extra money for the the expensive internet package. And, all because she can't get her teacher to just hey, can I do double the work next week? Nope. It's whatever. That's her problem, but I already know it's going to be stressing her out. I know how stressed she gets about school already, So so it kind of sucks that we're going to be on the cruise and she has to worry about that. The one summer we're going on the cruise is the one summer she has to take summer classes. First thing I air fried was pizza rolls. Yeah. That's not the first thing I air fried, but pizza rolls are pretty good air fried. They are pretty good air fried. They're legit. They're legit. Yeah, school's stressful for everybody. It doesn't, not just college. Any age past 5th grade. I love D-Dub. He comes in and goes, "This is the best controller for Switch." Is not even calling the video, and he says it's an Xbox controller. Xbox controllers do not have Hall sensing sticks. They also don't have NFC amiibo support. They also can't turn on a Switch. What is he talking about? We do know why the Joy-Cons drift. You might not. I've only been covering Joy-Con drift for 5 years, man. What the fuck? This is what I'm reading the comments, even on long time subscribers. You might not, but the control stick sticks until the Switch hadn't been used in anything. The control sticks don't stick. It's the pad wearing down. And it's just, I literally in the video talk about how the Joy-Cons are worse than other controllers because of cheaper materials and the design. People. All right. I think that's gonna do it. You guys have a lovely night. I don't know, maybe I'll watch some YouTube videos or something here while I'm doing dishes. We'll see. I've got 2 AirPods. Why I have 2. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Have a lovely night. Thank you to all the super chats tonight. We hit, $30.41 tonight. You guys are awesome. I will catch you guys tomorrow, I think for a game stream, right? It's Tuesday. So if we don't do a game stream, I apologize. I plan to do a game stream, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel. It might just be a normal stream, but we'll see. All right, guys. Peace out.